Okay, we are recording on this, what has apparently become our podcast. Sadly, we are, as we all know, down a member. Which is sad times. Sad times indeed.
F's.
F's in the chat. F's in the chat for soup.
Very large
Soup.
F's.
Yeah, put an F in general chat, please.
Oh shit, wait. Quick. Alt tab.
Thank you. Why were you tabbed it? Okay. But, as you know, the show must go on. Alright.
Really thought you said the shame must go on.
Shave must go on.
Yes, same thing.
Bell of shame.
Shame. I'm not gonna
Shame.
ring the bell on the recording. Actually no, why do I care? No one's gonna watch this. Bell of shame! Bell of shame! Okay.
Bell of
Shame! Fuck's sake,
Okay.
this is already derailed. Right.
As it should be.
Yep, as it should be. Where we last left off. The party, after defeating Cyanrath and taking a bit of a rest to recuperate a bit, and after breaking open a chest to find some jewels, they entered into a new room. A large cavernous room with almost unable to see how big the room really was. They were ambushed by some kobolds that were immediately dispatched, as well as a guard drake, but then the party noticed a strange creature. It didn't seem hostile, but it didn't seem friendly. After realizing that if they simply kept their distance and left the creature alone, it wouldn't seem to harm them, they moved on to these vats. These strange vats filled with a strange murky liquid that wasn't fully opaque, but wasn't clear. Actually, pretty sure there are synonyms. What they found in these vats were 3 black dragon eggs. After a long discussion of what they should do, they agreed. They would take them with them. And entering out of this room, they came across a new room. It seemed like it had been left in a hurry. Maybe hearing the battle between Cyanrath and the others. Maybe simply realizing that all was lost. Whatever it was, they found plans of the cult moving onwards down the Great Tradeway. Onwards in the direction of Baldur's Gate and beyond that. The party, after a swift encounter with some guards, exited out and began their journey back to Greenest. That is where we last left off.
And nothing else of note happened.
Nothing else of note happened.
Nothing else.
Nothing
Definitely
else.
didn't miss out the most important part of the session.
I mean,
What?
that depends on who you ask.
Are you talking about baby dragon friend?
Talking about baby dragon friend.
I mean, I
It's
didn't. No, I said you found 3 black dragon eggs.
You
Yeah,
didn't
but he
say that
didn't
we took
mention
them.
baby dragon friend.
I did say you took them.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, I said after a long discussion they decided to take them with them.
Duff?
Well, but you didn't use the exact phrase baby
Yeah,
dragon.
yeah.
Because it's not a baby dragon, it's eggs!
Oh my god,
Okay,
why are we
anyway,
doing this?
Why?
Why are we
Yeah,
doing this?
so
You
we
ruined
carry on
this!
So we carry on towards Greenest. We have to
I-
ruin it every session, otherwise it's
Yes,
not
you do,
realistic.
apparently.
I do believe I have to roll on animal handling, right?
Oh, for the eggs, you don't actually have them out now, but
The horses.
oh, the horse, yeah.
Yeah, the whole
roll me an animal.
So you want me to you want me to roll a Smith's tools check? Because I'm not being
Oh yes,
mistaken.
if you were going to be upgrading Emily, please do roll me a Smith's Tools check.
I will. No advantage, right?
No advantage, no.
I don't think we're gonna be okay.
Oh no, what have you done?
I rolled on that one.
Not that bad.
I
10.
rolled A nat 1.
Oh, do I have to
I
roll two?
don't
Okay,
think we're
sorry,
gonna be
I
okay.
Oh no. You rolled. Okay, we have to take this one at a time. Okay, so you rolled a nat 1, and you rolled a 10 on your Smith's tech. Okay. That means it will take longer, and you won't have as much added AC, but it will take.
One.
Hmm.
I just want 1 plus 1.
Well, that's what you're getting. It will take you a
Okay.
good while. It will take you majority of the trip, but as you are halfway through this trip, the horses, they seem rather restless, almost as they have been stood in the carriage, not being able to lay down for being reined up. Seemed rather restless as they stop, neighing and whinnying, sort of pulling at the reins themselves, almost as if they're trying to get out.
Do we see anything?
No, not that you know. If you want me to roll,
I'm gonna
wanna
try
roll a
and calm
perception check?
down.
I'm too busy right now. I
Okay.
wouldn't.
Roll me a animal handling check, Cyril.
Oh, dude, I nat 20'd. I got a nat 20.
Wow, a nat 1 and a nat 20 in the first.
That's a
what, in the first
16.
6 minutes of recording? Okay.
I got a nat 20, so that's a 16.
That's an immediate success. So as you realizing that the sort of rein, like where the what is it called, like parts of the straps that are keeping the horses onto the wagon has actually began to chafe, but quickly moving it and sort of adjusting it slightly, you notice that the horses begin to calm down somewhat. And yeah, they continue after a bit of sort of being able to rest that part of their skin from being rubbed against too much. They continue onward.
So I take out the 4 good metals and all of my other metal. I'm done with it, as if I would imagine.
You have
That's all I
one
have.
piece of good metal
Right.
left, but all of the other metal you had is currently gone. You
So
have
she just plus 1. Just plus 1.
yeah, just +1. Unfortunately, you
Yeah,
didn't roll. You didn't roll high enough to get the
No, it's
AC
all
for the
good.
+2. I do apologize.
No, it's all good. I would imagine maybe like she has like some scale designs right now in a way in some parts, like some scales.
So what it
Like what else
actually
did-
looks like is if it almost just looks like there's just an extra layer that covers a good bit of the main torso surrounding the eye, like an extra plating surrounding the eye, as well as extra sort of plating going down into a sharpened design, or covering over a bit of the joints of the legs as well.
Ah, nice.
Again, the runes almost so it seemed like they're burning through this metal as you can see them through it.
Hell yeah.
With the sort of light, almost slightly blue magic.
Gotcha.
Okay. Continuing onward to Greenas, you finish up your repairs and just simply have a sit down, marveling at your handiwork. You think you could have done it better if you had proper means to heat the metal, other than simply your produced flame. But yeah, does anyone else want to do anything whilst Kip is currently actually laying sort of across Orange's lap, actually, reading his book.
Okay. And I'm working fully, yeah. And I then change. At this point, like it was on our long rest, the returning dagger to repeating shot crossbow.
Also, your magical tinkering of the light has been destroyed, by the way.
Oh yeah, I can make a new one there.
Yeah, you can make one like that. That's fair enough. What is Cyril doing?
I'm probably just kind of waiting for us to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm probably calming down the horses, because
Yeah.
but I guess after I do that, I'd probably just go back to sitting in the carriage.
Is he concerned, or is he coming to terms with what he's been asked to do? Keeping as vague as possible.
Yeah. He's probably just kind of thinking about it, like, sort of,
Like weighing it out.
just, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm assuming Fisker is continuing to try and drive the horses.
Yes.
But acting a bit more roughly than he usually would, considering his rippling muscles. And his abysmal animal handling check. Occasionally looking across, seeing a few wildlife as you're rolling over the Greenlands. The sort of rolling plains of green and not much else, honestly. Like the trees in the distance and the sort of dirt and gravel path that seems to be that seem to litter most of the green fields. As topping a rise, the party it's about midday-ish now after the long journey back to Greenest. Having enough time to get done what they need to and have a contemplate of what they've achieved. Maybe looking over the maps of where the cult seemed to have planned to go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as topping a rise, the party noticed that the town of Greenest.
Hey.
It appears that they've begun construction on a perimeter wall. At the moment, it's just a wooden
Probably not a
framework.
bad idea.
But they appear to be in it, considering what you can see. It appears to be they are planning on making it a decent part of it out of stone,
Yes.
and they seem to have collaborative efforts of other places. As coming closer, you notice the where they're actually beginning to place in the stone. You see what you assume to be mages in sort of dark blue robes who are seem to be levitating sort of solid blocks of stone and placing them into this framework.
Oh, so cool! I'm fascinated about it.
And you do notice as you come even closer, you see that there are people who are aiding in the reconstruction of houses, and multiple different sort of wagons being present with like handing out different food and things for the people who lost their homes. Yeah, as you all hove into the through the framework of what you would assume to be the gate. You do notice going about at the tavern. Sorry. You notice a familiar face as you notice Rico, who is currently overlooking what seems to be the distribution of food to some people.
Mm-hmm.
As all of you like, coming a bit closer, he's sort of like, right, like, don't worry, everyone, you'll all get some. Sort of trying to reassure the people who still seem shaken up, but overall they seem grateful and in a bit higher spirits than when you left to back to the camp. Yeah.
Right.
What do you all do?
I will wave and say, "Hi, Nico."
As he sort of finishes talking to a woman who's he seems to be thanking him, and that walks off with the children. He sort of turns his head, and his face lights up. You know, like noticing the sheer amount of wrinkles on his face as he lights up and says, "Oh God, well, I kind of thought that my cart would be no more, but." Huh. As he sort of gets up and begins walking towards you lot. And he says, "Right, well, the governor will want to speak with you. How was it?
Well, we killed a lot of kobolds and drakes, and there was one very scary half dragon guy. He was blue. He was shooting lightning out of his mouth.
Yeah, he's just sort of nodding and looking at you as if you have two heads. But he's following you.
Oh, and we got a map.
The map?
We'll take out, and I'm like take out a giant map, like. And
Yeah, like it's a map that is usually going to be on like spread across a table as you just sort of hold it up, trying to show him, as he sort of just says, right. What does this map entail anyway?
I will tell him that I don't know. It's kind of like maybe where they were or where they're going to be. It's going to Baldur's Gate and all these places. Actually, we want to go to Baldur's Gate. I really want to.
Oh, okay then. Well, I believe we should speak with the governor about this. I think he was down at the overseeing the construction of the wall, I think. So
Okay.
let's head over there. As as he sort of he goes back to the box he was sitting on and sort of going next to it as he pulls out a pulls out like a cane that seemed to be leaning against it. It's one you hadn't really seen him with prior, but he walks with it sort of a slowish pace, but he makes it over there as you'll make it. Is anyone else going to say anything to him? Is there anything else you guys want to do? Are we going to go over, or are you just going to go over to the governor?
Spencer.
I think we'll probably just go to the governor.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm actually going to go to Rico and say, well, we did hear him talk about like people, like
other people who sort of lost their homes and stuff.
Yeah, talk about like the people being hungry and want the food.
Right. Yes. Well.
No. Did we hear that? It was just a question.
You noticed that there were handouts being given, so you would assume that it was to the people who had lost their homes.
Yeah, I'll go up to him and say, "Are the people hungry?"
Well, sadly, the raiders decided to burn the food. I might have been to keep the town on its knees for a while. I don't really know, but just the other day, well, they came in the night actually, but people from down at quite a few different cities, in fact, came over and with things to help out. The best was food and a good bit of water to help the people, but yeah.
I should take this anyway. And I cast Goodberry, and I give him the berries.
I've heard about druids and their magical berries. Well, I'll add that to the rest of the food. Thank you.
Oh, by the way, and I will for a second grab, like, put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Remember these big projects I was telling you about when we just met, right? The whole bunch of metal you were giving me, right?"
Yes. Where is that, by the way?
Oh! And we just fucking jump out of the cart and just land.
He sort of like stopped. What the hell? What? Hey.
This is Emily. This is my baby. What am I beautiful baby?
Cyril's just dying in the corner. Choke on it. Yeah. As he's sort of the shocked impression of the halfling as this metal ball with legs sort of jumps up out of his cart as he sort of like a good 2 feet taller than him. Well, no, it's about 1.5, but still. As he sort of backs up slightly, and, well, I suppose that's what you wanted all that metal for.
Yeah, one of my greatest creations. She's so amazing, aren't you? Good. It's like,
You still like tickling her, like.
Oh yeah.
Well, he says, "Well, I'm happy to be of assistance if you're making her, and then you're quite good at your inventions, aren't you?"
Yeah. I'm still learning. I make the crossbow that doesn't need arrows. A bolt.
Let's get to the governor, right? Then you can tell me about your mishaps or adventures or creation. Were they inventions or I don't. Let's go. As he sort of walks a tad bit faster as he sort of says, "Wait, Nat Hill, they're back." As the governor sort of turns around after he seemed to be speaking to one of the mages that were moving the blocks. He says, "Oh, right. Yeah, I'll talk to you in a minute." As he sort of walks over and says, "Any news? Do we know? Are they coming back? Did you find anything out?"
Well, they were all gone
All gone? What?
from the camp.
What about this hatchery? Was that vacant too?
Oh, that's actually, this is so fascinating. There was like a bunch of acid, and we can guess we took some eggs, dragon eggs, black eggs. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Slow down.
I really want that for reason. Okay.
Black.
Just kind of like
Me?
lean over to Phony and say, and like whisper, "Probably didn't need to know that."
Well, have you destroyed them?
Oh no, I get them for research. What?
Black dragons. The destroy villages, steal everything. We're
they're
talking
not
about the
going to
same black
hatch.
dragons now, aren't we?
Well, they're not going to hatch if I don't let them.
He sort of just places his hand on his forehead and just sort of looks down.
Don't worry, I'm a professional.
Yes, I can assure you, we won't let anything bad happen with these eggs.
How are you going to stop a dragon?
We've both researched dragons for many years, and
Alright. Oh,
Yeah, for many.
as long as you do not raise these things in Greenest or in the green fields, then I do not have a problem with it. But
it's fine. We're actually going to be.
So much info.
do you know
It's
where
fine. We're actually going to be heading up towards Baldur's Gate. We found plans from the cult saying they were headed up that way. So we'll probably be going to follow them.
Okay, that's something. Could I see these plans?
Oh sure. And I took out the map.
Okay, he
I just placed it on Emily. Like,
she's a ball. You try and place it on it, and it's big enough to wrap around a decent part of Emily as he sort of like beckons over one of the wizards as the wizard not even saying anything. The wizard simply sort of raises his staff, taps it down on the floor once as this sort of as the sort of wind begins swirling around in the grass as a table sort of almost seems to amass itself as the governor simply says, "Right, thank you, thank you, Almanan," as he sort of nods to the wizard as he walks off to go continue with the parts of the wall.
this wide jaw look at the wizard like.
The wizard doesn't seem to notice. He simply walks off. Right, yes, those are some wizards sent from Eltiriel.
They are so cool.
Yes, the wizarding community down there are very well known across the lands. They offered to help us with construction and with the defenses for a while after our attack, after hearing of the dragon.
That's very nice of
Yes,
them.
they are. They're very kind-natured people. But anyway, may I see these maps? Or plans, whatever it was. I don't know their maps.
You-
Alright, as he looks over the maps, he sort of sighs to himself and... Right, so... They head down the tradeway. Where could they be going, though? Alright.
Maybe some big cities like Neverwinter or Waterdeep.
Maybe, but... Why would they... Well, did you find what they stole, or did they... I'm assuming they take that with them.
Well, they had a lot of meat. Like a lot.
Meat?
They had like a whole... Yeah, I would imagine it's for feeding the dragons.
Yeah, if they were raising dragons, then I'd assume that... Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, but hatching dragons takes a very long time, maybe even like hundreds of years. It is,
Why didn't they take
It-
the eggs with them when they left? Why leave them?
yeah.
Are they
Maybe we
close
killed
to
them before
hatching?
they were able to.
As he sort of
Can
stands
I-
up, looking at you with sort of a quite a serious expression. If they didn't take them with
I
them,
like-
then there could have been because they were close to hatching. It could have been.
Maybe they
I
were
like
planning to
like
come
other-
back.
Oh,
A second.
Maybe they were trying to come, planning to come back.
Well, I don't know. I didn't
Well,
see the play. It doesn't like from what the look of this. This route would take them 2.5 months, even to get to that.
I assume
Also-
And I
they left in a
admittedly,
hurry, because they
if they were there the day
didn't
before,
want to go
fully
the same way as the
encamped.
kobolds.
Well, was there
Also,
was
there
there anyone
was-
guarding these eggs, or were they just left there?
yeah, there was. I would imagine it was like a big slimy thing that had a lot of like black tentacle, and it ate that stuff.
It was a roper.
What?
They would usually live in the Underdark.
Yeah.
But there was also a group of kobolds. We killed the kobolds before we noticed the roper, and
And then.
yeah, I just got kind of gagging a little bit,
Mm.
and then sorry, it reached down with its tentacles and ate them.
Hmm.
The
You're
thing was
very-
pretty nice, actually.
Huh. You don't know about ropers. You're very lucky that there
No.
were dead creatures near you.
I have no idea what it is.
Otherwise, if the stories are anything to go by, then entire adventure
Yes,
groups
I-
killed.
I fear you were right on that about that one.
I took some notes about it. It's interesting.
Anyway, did the you remember the monk, right, Leosin?
Oh yeah, I do.
He told me that he and a associate of his would like to speak with you in Eltiriel. He left there earlier, quite late at night last night actually. But yes, he said he wouldn't wish to speak with you with one Ontharr room.
Sure.
But
Well,
yes, I believe they
I
could
gue-
be
I
of
guess
use to
we'll-
you if you're going to continue following this these menaces.
By the way, I don't know if you need gold. I don't need a lot of gold, to be honest, and I just have it. It's pretty heavy and takes a lot of time, a lot of space for the eggs. If you need it, I can just give it to you. I don't really need it.
We're being financially aided by other towns and cities nearby, but
There's no harm in having more.
no, there isn't. But that also increases the chance that raiders are going to come and try and attack us in our weakened state. But I wouldn't be opposed to it if you wish to.
Okay, then, and I just give him a pouch of 50 gold.
He simply just nods and thanks you, simply saying thank you. You people have done so much to this town. I'm sorry that I'm not going to be able to fully repay that.
I don't need it. I just need metal. Good metal. Actually, and I kind of remember something. Do you know where I could find a good forge?
Good forge. Well, the best forges would come from the dwarves.
Is there any in Baldur's Gate?
Dwarves? Not exactly. The dwarves are rather personal when it comes to their forges and their and their mines. Bloody bastards. There are forges and everything in Baldur's Gate and Elturiel. I know there are obviously populations of dwarves, but none with the dwarven forges of legend. But of course you could find a pretty high quality forge in Baldur's Gate, but obviously
Okay.
if you
Thank
want
you for the.
if you want proper quality, then there are legends of a dwarven moon forge high up on the mountains. It's only legend though.
I start
Very.
writing it down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He simply sort of says, considering having gone, you people have gone face to face with a roper, I would imagine your penchant for danger would likely lead you on a similar road to it, but I couldn't tell you exactly where it is. All we know is that there is supposedly a legendary forge on top of the spine of the world.
That is so interesting. Thank you very much. And I like take his hand, like shake it very hard.
Yeah, he sort of winces slightly as if as if in his old age he has like a bad shoulder or something, but other than that he graciously sort of shakes your hands and simply says, well, if that'll be all, Leosin did leave you with leave some horses behind for you.
Oh, that's good actually. We don't have any other horse. Oh, can we buy a cart? I don't know.
I think so. I think we still have a cart. It would be that'll be down by the stables though. He sort of walks over slightly and sort of points down to to the opposite side of the town. Actually, there's a decently large building with a what seems to be a stables attached. He sort of says, "Go over there and ask for Ander, and he'll set you up with a horse. Carriage."
Okay, thank you very much, good sir. And I will just walk away.
Yeah, he sort of nods and sort of walks back to the wizard. He also sort of turns around quite quickly and says, "By the way, you might want your map back. I'm assuming Onthar and Erlenthar will want to see it for themselves." As he sort of
then.
rolls up the map and hands it to you.
I will take it and put it back on my back of holding.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Mhm.
Are you guys going to go down to
To get a cart.
yeah, get a cart. All right. Okay. As you all sort of walk down the road, some people whispering, and you sort of hear mutters about how you're the sort of adventuring group that saved the town. It seems that you've garnered quite a known reputation around Grenest. Seeing as you saved the town. As you get down to the area of where the stables are, you notice that it seems to have been broken into, but you assume that was just because of the raiders, as you see a man out back with a bucket who going down and tending to 3 horses are there, but also you see there are give me a second. There are sort of 5 already saddled up horses that have They seem to be already well cared for, and they sort of set apart in a different part of the stable.
I will just. Hi.
Who's there?
I'm here. I'm here to buy a cart.
Oh, bloody hell. Sorry. Bit on edge. You're here to buy a cart. Is that going to be a carriage or just a small cart?
I look at the party, blue shrug. Like,
We probably only need a cart.
Okay. Right, well, if you were looking for a cart, that'll be about 50, 75 gold.
that's expensive.
It's a cart. They're used for hauling goods.
Should we buy a cart?
Yes.
Wait, how much is a carriage?
That'll be 100 gold.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay then. How much you said?
It's thief time, and I.
No, he sort of says 50, 75. Wait, are you? Oh, you're the well, you don't really have a name, are you? You're a group of adventurers that are that drove the buggers out, didn't it?
Oh yeah, I forgot
He
about that.
he sort of looks at you, his face softening a good bit. You, and sort of walking up a bit further into the actual light. As you sort of see, he's quite a stout man. You don't suppose he's a dwarf, but you see he's quite a short and quite wide man. Bald on the top of his head with quite a decently long, sort of scraggly beard and a normal sort of clothes and sort of a black apron. You assume to maybe keep the muck off of him when he's attending to animals. He sort of says, "Well, apologies for my hostility. I'll if you're looking for a cart, well, you saved our asses. So, about 20 gold pieces."
Oh, that is very much useful. Yeah, that could be good. And I just. So do we out of?
Huh?
Do we split it all up? Or do we just? I don't care the question. Do we all split it up, party, or do we
Hey,
just one of us pays 25?
I can pay.
Okay then.
Okay.
Thanks, Hiderman.
Alright, so paying just about 20 gold pieces. Alright,
But actually, I give it 27.
Oh.
he sort of looks at you for a moment and he just takes 2 of the gold pieces off and hands them back to you. Sort of hold them out.
And the kid comes out of the shadow.
Yeah, and then Kip jumps up and he sort of backs up and goes, "Wait, that's one of those bastards that."
No,
Yeah.
this one's alright.
Don't trust the fuckers. Right. Well,
He just likes me.
he sort of walks back in to the thing and sort of moves over to kind of close to the back of the sort of state. It's almost like a barn that has a bit jutting off to it that goes into the stables, and he sort of says, "Well, that dodgy looking bloke left you lot a couple horses, by the way. I'd imagine you're gonna have them pull them."
Oh, I can do that.
Right, well, I'll go get them saddled up on the cart. You'll have about 3 that aren't saddled onto it, but
All right. How much horse do we get in total, DM?
you have 5 horses, 2 of which will be pulling the cart.
Okay.
It's okay, I can be horse.
Horse. Yeah.
Maybe.
As he sort of walks over to 2 of the horses, sort of gently patting them and bringing them through down into the barn as he begins sort of attaching them onto. It's quite a beaten up cart. It's not as well kept as Rico's cart, and is not as big. Not really anywhere near as big, but it'd be enough to fit all of you onto it if you wanted to, but not amazingly comfortably. It looks like it could carry decent amount, but
Can Emily fit in there?
yeah, Emily could be on there.
Question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Can Emily be one of helping the horses?
She's not. Considering that her cylindrical shape, you wouldn't really be able to attach anything properly. And also, they might, the horses might be scared. But you could
Okay,
definitely
then.
try.
Nah, fucking them. We have a lot of horses. Good.
Yeah. As he sort of finishes up, sort of bringing the cart out, just leading the horses out into out in front of where the sort of stables are, as he sort of pats them again and sort of says, "Right, well, that'll be you set then, would it? You need anything else? Any saddles, any riding equipment?"
I will look at my amount of rations and I'm just like, you might eat some food.
Well, if it's
I don't think this is the food.
yeah, well,
Yes.
I'm certainly not going to be selling you horse meat, but and considering most of the rations currently are going to the people who lost their homes, you may have a bit of trouble with that. Can imagine
okay.
that if you stopped off at Bear Dusk, then you could well, it depends where you're going really. If you're going in the direction, you could go towards Bear Dusk.
We're going to what was it called, DM?
Alterial.
Alterial.
Do you mean Alterial?
Yeah, Alterial.
Right. If you go to Alterial, then yeah, Bear Dusk would actually be on the way to that.
Oh,
You go follow that road, and he sort of points to the opposite direction that you entered into the town. There's sort of three entrances into Greenest, one of which goes down towards the woods. It seems like that is where they got their lumber from. But he points to the direction on the right. He simply goes, right, follow that. You'll get to a pretty decently long road. Follow that down. You'll head straight into Bear Dusk. Follow that again. You'll get down to a crossing near Scorn Nouvelle. Then simply got to go left from Scorn Nouvelle, and you'll be on the right track to Alterial. You'll be able to see it by when you're near Scorn Nouvelle, that bloody light in the sky and all.
Thank you, good see it.
Yeah,
And I'm just
glad to be of assistance.
bye.
Alright, as he sort of walks back into his barn.
And I will just sit in a car.
But by the way, by Alterial, do you mean Alteral?
It's how I say it, fuck you.
You're adding like a whole 3 extra syllables.
Shut up!
He has one syllable.
Okay,
Leave me alone, stop bullying me for how I say something.
sure, he's just adding an E.
You're both Brits, like.
Yeah, but we're from opposite places in Britain. Like, he's from a different part of Britain.
I guess that's fair. But I'm looking at the cost map. I'm not seeing it.
Okay, on Greenest, look to the right of Greenest, up Bear Dusk, to Scorn Nouvelle, and to the left.
I'm trying to find Greenest.
Altura.
My friend
at the
said
Very low.
she can join. My friend said she can join.
Okay, Send her my Discord and tell her that considering we're already in a game, I won't be able to help sort out her character, but yeah. Alright.
I'll just invite her to the Discord server and she can add you from here.
I mean,
It'll be a bit easier.
it could be, but you know, I was gonna try and like meet them first, and you know.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, yeah.
No. Anyway, yeah. So, are you? What are you guys going to do now? You're sort of equipped with a cart and a good few horses.
I'm in my car, just right now making the light ball, and yeah, I'm just sitting in my car.
You're just sitting in it. Okay. Are you actually going to be driving, or are we going to have someone else drive it?
I'm not going to drive. I want to go with horses.
Okay.
I'm awful with horses. I got lucky earlier.
Well, you're gonna have to ride horses because you've been given 5 horses.
shit.
You could be in a carriage.
You
Or the
technically could
car-
be.
Yeah, why can't we be okay.
I don't really know the difference.
Carriage is
Okay.
closed.
Oh. Okay. Thanks.
The high forest. Yeah, here's the high forest. The sword.
Oh my god, go to the bottom of the map. Bottom of the map
No,
where
I
it
have-
says the Sword Coast.
I have a full map, like of Waterdeep, Neverwinter, and Soul. Like it's a giant map.
Yeah, I'm looking. Neverwinter, Waterdeep, High Forest. I see them. You see the High Forest, right?
Tell you her name instead because I can't copy and paste from my computer to my phone.
Amphail. Let's see.
Name.
Amphail.
Okay.
Daggerford. Yeah, here's Baldur's Gate. Oh, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Baldur's Gate. You're at Baldur's Gate. Look.
Mm-hmm.
Go diagonally through the Wood of Sharp Teeth.
Uh-huh. The green fields. Hey.
Yes, Grey Nest is in there.
Greenness. Okay, I will just look.
Scroll up in the maps chat.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Chill. Chill, my man. Chill. Chill. Let's continue the
I
game.
sent you her Discord friend
Okay, well,
code, so you can message her when you want to.
yeah. For now, let's continue. Are you all going to be heading onwards?
If anyone
Yeah.
else does anything else.
Okay, whoever is. Alright, so who is riding what? Orange is going to be on a horse next to the cart.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'll probably go in the cart because I'm not exactly very good with horses.
Neither is Orange. Okay, Fisker, I'm assuming you're going to be driving the cart, or
Sure. Yeah.
okay.
He likes horse.
Not using the same die as last time. That one is going to bad die jail.
You still have 2 horses. Okay, well,
That's
seeing the horse vacancy, Kip is going to think for a minute and try and climb on it.
oh boy.
Going to fuck off. I'll bet.
Okay. There's still 1 horse that I'm assuming Cyril is not going to ride.
No. No.
Okay,
I'm
well,
just in a-
I'm a
in the
wreck
car.
on that and said there were 4 horses. Fuck you.
Oh, come on.
No. Okay, so you guys just leave a horse behind.
Oh, wait, can it kind of be tied up to it? Like,
I mean, it could walk with you, but I mean, sure.
Oh,
I mean, if you
Yeah,
guys want to
wait.
take
we
it with,
want
then
the
you can.
money. We want the money so we can sell the horse.
no. I just thought we might have even more horse speed if we take more horses.
That's not how carts work.
Well, I don't know that. So we just leave this one behind, I suppose.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alright.
We don't need so much horses.
Exiting Green Nest, you see quite a few people waving to you, saying like, or people saying good luck. You seem to be quite well liked, obviously, because you saved the place. You, Spencer, you do see that old lady you helped. She's sitting on the steps into the inn. again, still looking at a photo. As two children actually exit out of the inn and sit down next to her.
Wait, a photo?
You don't know what is it about. You don't know.
Wait, cameras exist?
It's a picture. Fuck you.
Pictures
in-
can be painted.
That's what I meant. I
Yeah.
just said photo because yeah.
It's easier.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I got an 18 on an animal handling check.
Yeah, and Orange and Kip are going to be wanting animal handling as well.
Oh, right, Eltrol. Okay.
Finally. Oh god.
So
Uh-oh.
1
That's one.
minus 2.
Okay. Wow. So Kip sort of having to stand up on the saddle, but gets the hang of it and sort of sits down further up the saddle and gets kind of comfy. The horse seems slightly irritated, but this horse seems fine. Orange, on the other hand, a bit into the journey, gets the horse rears, and as the horse does, with Orange is sent flying back, and as the horse dashes off the road.
Oh wait. Orange is gone?
No, Orange is on the floor.
Well,
Leave it. Leave him.
I stopped the carriage. No, the car.
Leave him.
Orange just rubs the back of his head as he looks up, hopping up and just jumping onto the carriage.
Right.
Kip now just sort of riding alongside, just sort of saying, I kind of like this.
Kip needs a cowboy hat.
That's your next drawing, cowboy Kip.
Yep,
Yeah.
Anyway,
cowboy Kip.
after traveling onwards, you it takes about a day, and with no bear dusk in sight, really, as there's quite a long trek, remembering how long it took to get to Greenest in the first place. Are you guys going to set up camp, or are you going to travel through the night?
Let's try through the night. Fuck, I can't.
Okay.
Well, we need to sleep, actually. We kind of need to sleep. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and the horses need rest too.
Actually, while we are going to sleep, I would imagine, I don't know. Are we taking a long rest, just sleep and kick up?
I mean, you guys haven't done anything, but yeah, you can.
I guess if we don't, we take a level of exhaustion, probably, because we still need to chill.
Mm.
So, okay. Everyone say aye if they won't take a rest and just not get a level of exhaustion.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want a level of
I
exhaustion.
mean, you're not doing anything. You're sitting down.
That'd be
like-
It's more about,
I
it's more about
suppose you
sleep.
would have a level of okay.
Okay, then.
Well,
I
we'd have to
will-
roll con saves, and if we fail, then we get a level of exhaustion.
Oh, Fez. Nah. Fez. By the
Can't
way,
real bad.
while we are taking a nap, I will prepare. Oh, wait, what was it, Spence?
No, just are we taking a longer or short rest? I didn't really.
Along.
Okay, good,
Doesn't-
cool.
Doesn't
Continue.
matter, to be honest. Really full. Alright, so I will put an alarm spell as a ritual cast. I will ritual cast alarm
Hmm.
on the card.
On the card. And so,
Yeah.
what is that a check
Check.
do again?
You set an alarm against unwanted intrusions. Choose a door, a window, or an area within range that is no larger than 20 feet cube. Until the spell ends, an alarm alert you whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area. When you cast the spell, you can designate a creature as at one set of the alarm. You also choose whatever the alarm is mental or audible.
Okay.
A mental alerts you with a ping in your mind if you are within 1 mile of the ward area. And I will make a mental one.
Alright.
I'll
So
put a full
after creating a camp with a small fire, courtesy of actually Kip this time, as he ran off and grabbed some sticks and a few things for kindling, and then lighted it himself. Everyone's sort of settling down, setting up bedrolls. This time, not having the sort of little tents that Reiko had. As you all settle down, and Frony sort of finishes making the alarm spell on the cart.
Can I say how it like looks? Basically, is it an invention?
Yeah,
It is basically like a bell. It's basically like a small metal bell that is attached to the cart. With yeah, in a way.
Alright. So just a bell with these sort of blue carved in runes around it.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. As you all take a long rest, as you're sleeping, Frony, in the back of your mind, you feel this alarm, this feeling that something is near. As this pinging goes off in your mind, what do you do?
I will wake up and grab my crossbow.
Right, as you wake up and grab your crossbow, still groggy, roll me a perception check.
Emily's not sleeping, so she's almost on guard.
Yep.
So yeah, I will make one for her too. That is going to be 14 for me, and a 7 for Emily. No, an 8 for Emily.
Okay, is that a 13 for you?
Nah, 14 for me.
14, okay. Alright. As you look around, you notice a few... What catches your eye first is there seems to be a person who is leaning over and looking in the cart, as well as a few more who seem to be crouching around trying to be sneaky. You count about 4 people, but it's quite dark, and even with your dark vision, you can't notice out amazing like in the amazing detail.
I will not getting my eyes off them. I will like backhand wake up Spencer and Cyril.
Okay, as you sort of act to move, waking up the others, one of them quickly goes, "Shit, they're awake! Go!" As
shoot.
Okay, which one do you shoot?
Who's the largest?
You notice that one of them is wearing much better armor than the rest, wearing studded leather, whereas the others are simply wearing leather.
And I shoot and scream like, ah!
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay, that is going to be dirty 20.
A dirty 20. That doesn't. That hits. Roll me damage.
And that's is magical damage, right? It's magical. So that's going to be a. Oh my god. He's dead. That's going to be 13 magical piercing damage.
As you sort of shoot into this sort of glowing blue arrow shape, as it pierces into him, he simply brushes it off and goes, "You shouldn't have fucking done that." Roll initiative.
I'm assuming we broke up.
We're at 10,
Yeah,
20
you're awake.
rather.
Oh, fuck. That's bad.
I rolled a 20.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go get something to drink quickly. Get back.
Alright.
7. Magical damage. Wow, he picks up magical damage. Wow.
He's big looking.
That was, at least he doesn't get half if he would.
You got a 7.
That was a lot of damage. That was a max.
What did Spencer get?
6.
And now we need to reload.
Nope. Okay. We'll wait for Cheryl to get back.
Nice music playing. Let me
I
change.
know, right? Fucking.
Yeah, let me change this.
Hey!
Hey, hoity, 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 hoity.
Righty tighty, let's.
He's a pot of
I'm a
gold,
racist
Diana.
stereotype! Alright.
Okay. What do you expect me to say? Like, here's some lucky charms for you. Like, it's...
Yeah. Top bottom morning to you, even though nobody in Ireland says that.
Really? I really
No.
would imagine.
Nobody says that.
People say oi though. I say oi.
I mean, yeah, you say oi, but.
You don't?
No,
back.
not really. Okay. As you all awaken, you notice, after hearing a yell, you're surrounded.
Ah, fuck.
As you look around, now seeing that,
Yeah, fuck.
people, there's about 8 of them that you count, but then there's also the much larger one, wielding both a scimitar and a dagger.
You're going to run away.
First
so
up
good.
is going to be one of
do.
the weaker looking ones, who is going
I'm
to
gonna do the opposite of running away.
who's going to take a slash at that's going to be at Frony because they're the one that attacked.
Yeah.
That is going to be a wow, first roll of the day, and it is a nat 1.
Okay then.
He sort of as he sort of rushes up to swing at you, he sort of trips slightly, sliding on the floor a bit before getting up. All right, next up is going to be Cyril.
Hello. I'm going
Oi.
to use.
You're prone.
Just I'm gonna use half my movement to get up then, I guess. Okay. Yeah, can I get to the big guy in time before the end of my turn?
We're
What's
pretty
your
close.
movement?
The carpet's pretty close.
I have 15 left after getting up if I'm counted as
If
prone.
you dashed, then you could.
Yeah, that's bonus action.
Okay, then I won't bother. I'll just
You can do that as a bonus action.
Yeah, no, but then I can't use green flame blade, so I'll just attack someone who's close enough to just walk to them
Wait.
without
Is it-
dashing.
I
Wait,
think
Green Flame Blade is
I don't
an
think
attack.
Flame Blade is actually a bonus action. I don't think it is.
No, it's not. It's just an attack.
Yeah, it's
you
just
just
an
attack.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I got confused. Yeah, no, I was thinking of branding smite.
Right.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I'll dash over to the boy, go, I'll slap him. No, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna use my big old great sword,
Yep.
my amazing.
Roll to hit
sword.
that shit.
Okay. I'm gonna use Great Weapons Master on this, so I take a
Oh,
minus
fuck
5
yeah.
penalty to the attack roll, but I get plus 10 to damage if I hit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now.
So that's gonna be. Let's see.
Roll to hit.
Yes, that's a 17. Is that good enough?
Oh, that hits.
Yes. Okay.
That's right. That's like at least 14 damage.
Yeah, and because I've used Green Flame Blade, I'm going to. I get to deal 1d8 damage to someone near him, to one of the other guys.
Yep.
I remember there's no check, right? It just happens.
It just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just happens. That is 9, 13 plus 10. That's 23 damage to the main guy, and 4
Holy
damage.
You
Dude.
already
damage
got
to one of the other
36
guys.
damage. You already got 36 damage. My god.
And how much damage does it do to the one next to him?
4. No, wait. Do I get to add my charisma to the damage for that one? I don't. know.
Nah, I don't.
No, I didn't think I did.
All right. As you rush up, like you're with your great sword again, but this time allowing it to run down your arm and become its normal self. As you going up, at first the blade flashes with a green green sort of flame.
Oh,
engulfing-
I want my green flame blade to be my normal color.
What do you think I was gonna do?
Oh.
I said at first it becomes green, and then immediately as it surrounds the sword, it almost seems like it gets taken over. As then it becomes not as much fire as this just crackling, almost thunder-like red energy. As you swing down, cutting like a decent cut straight across the chest of this larger person. And as you do that, it sparks off, hitting one of the other sort of this one, a much smaller person, and they seem to be an elf, from what you can tell. As they just get hit directly in the chest with this crackling energy, and the sound is almost akin to a lightning strike.
It's
And
a
as-
D8, right?
Huh?
It's a D8 damage.
He's already rolled damage.
Oh yeah.
And as you sort of are about to like back up slightly, pulling the sort of blade out, he just sort of grabs the blade and sort of stands back up as he was on a knee after getting dealt such a blow. He sort of just looms over you. Next up is going to be his turn.
Oh fuck.
And he is going to first attack you with his scimitar. That is a 10. That does not break your armor class. But second, he is going to attack with his dagger. And does a 14 break your armor class?
Does it?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it was me. Oh, damn it, that's literally my armor class. I'm gonna use shield. I'm gonna
Are
use
you?
shield.
really?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Alright.
so it doesn't.
Okay, as you sort of notice the second attack coming with the dagger coming directly upwards, trying to go for your chest. As you see it coming, you sort of bringing your sword closer to your chest. As you feel this just chaotic energy start spreading outwards, as if you have a literal shield. And as this dagger comes up towards you, it simply just this energy simply flicks it as it gets pushed away. Next up is going to be another one of the bandits who is going to shoot a light crossbow at Froning. At 12, that does not hit your armor class.
Oh, I died.
Yep.
Duck.
As he just looses a crossbow, as you sort of hearing a familiar sound of a crossbow to you, as you just sort of drop down onto your onto like the sides of your legs, as you sort of drop down onto your side, allowing it to just whiz over your head and just pushing yourself back up.
I'm like, ooh, nice crossbow.
Nice crossbow. Would you like to be buried with it?
Would like to say some mine.
All right. Next up is another one of them, who's going to try and hit the orc. That's a 14. Does that hit your armor class?
Yep.
All right.
Oh.
That is 7 slashing damage.
Both times when you just said the orc, I've completely not realized that you were talking about me.
I'm the orc.
Whatever.
Yep.
That is 7 slashing damage. All right.
Yeah.
As he sort of rushes up to you with trying to slash down, having your mace ready, you sort of try and deflect it, but the nature of your mace meant it sort of just pushed it slightly as it slashes down your arm. Up next is going to be another one, and he's going to take a swing at Kip. That is just misses, as he goes to try and just swinging his scimitar in a sort of perpendicular angle, as trying to hit the small kobold. As Kip just jumps over it, jumping quite weirdly high for his stature. Alright, up next is Kip, who ain't gonna take none of that shit. And he's going to immediately stab this person who is trying to hurt him. Does that hit? Does not. Right, then with his bonus action, he is going to disengage and move up behind Ferroni. Okay.
then. I keep.
Up next
going.
is Orange, who was actually so bonus action to hide. That is a natural 20.
Okay, he's the shadow.
Yeah, like you know, and is going to go for the big boy with the ridiculous dagger. Does that hit?
The dragon tooth?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's only 1d6 though, not 2d6. Oh my god, that just hits. I'm
It
rolling.
gets from sneak attack. So
And
also.
sneak attack worth plus 1 extra d6.
Nice. Isn't it 2d6?
It's 1d6 if it's not a cultist, sorry.
No, I meant from sneak attack.
Oh, sneak attack, that's 2d6.
Yeah, I'm not confused. a little
Okay, Dragon Tooth Dagger, that is 7 plus 4, that's 11. 17 damage.
bit. Not bad.
Not bad. As going up behind this larger man, he's sort of just as stabbing in. Now it seems to be having a greater effect. As he seems to be a bit more damaged as he just moves his shoulder, just throwing Orange backwards, keeping the dagger in his like sort of back of his shoulder. As he simply just goes, kill them already. Next up is Frony.
I'm like, okay, there's a lot of people in here. 1, 2, 3, you. Let's just shoot one of the smaller guys.
Mhm.
Let me roll. Might not hit. 11? No, not 11, not 11. 13.
That just hits.
Cool, baby.
Roll me damage.
Magical piercing. Again, max. Jeez, 14 magical piercing. damage.
Ironically, as you shoot at Bandit 3, this magical bolt whizzes directly through the center of the head, as it appears to dissipate, but the hole left behind shows that it went with enough force to practically go through it.
Oh, I love these things. And I kiss it. And I say, okay, Emily, get to work. And I roll. Emily will rolling ball.
That man there, eat his ass.
I'm going to. Is there?
That's the one that fell over.
Near the big guy. Is there any lagoons near the big guy?
Yep.
Okay, then she will come up to the nearest one.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling ball attack. Natural 20.
You guys are rolling.
Emily!
This
Your
is.
dice weighted or something.
Yeah, bro.
Emily rolls second natural 20. I'm so proud of her. She might still roll that one, you know.
And before she does like 2 damage.
Yeah. Wow. 16 falls down.
Alright, as you, as Emily does a Pokemon move and rolls out at, this bandit, the bandit that had been previously, attacked, actually, with the, green flame blade, as, this 5-foot, very heavy, ball just rolls into him, crushing in his chest, leaving a very large dent in the chest cavity. He is dead. Also, I forgot to mention, by the way, adding extra armor class makes her more heavy, so, you know.
Yeah. That's good.
Her jump has reduced. I would like you to know that.
It's like my 1 feet. 1 feet.
But also, if you now drop her off a cliff onto someone's head, she will deal more damage.
She will.
She will die, but she will kill someone.
Off a ledge, and then I think you meant to say, but still. Alright,
I did say alive, didn't I?
no, you said a cliff.
Oh no, I didn't mean a cliff. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, ledge and cliff are basically the same thing.
Yeah, there's a bit of a difference, but you know.
And that is my
Cliffs are
turn.
literally just big
Actually-
ladders.
Yeah,
Is there anybody within 5 feet of me?
currently no, other than,
Oh,
friendlies.
that I'll move 20 feet back.
You're moving closer to one of the bandits. You're
Wait,
surrounded.
I'm at... Oh, right, we're surrounded. Then I'm gonna just stay where I am.
Alright, and one of the bandits that are closer to Emily are going to try and hit, and that is an 18 to hit.
Hits.
That's 3 slashing damage, that's nothing.
And she can take it. She's
Yeah, she's a big boy.
big. She's a big boy.
You're a thick boy. And a dirty 20, does that hit your armor class?
Mine or Emily's?
That's not yours or Emily's. That is everyone's favorite cinnamon roll.
Oh.
It's fine. He's not too close for me to deflect.
Oh my god, why do I keep getting max damage
that's
against
good.
you?
I
He's
thought
not-
you were talking
He's
about
not, he's
I
not
thought you were
close.
talking about
like,
someone else.
No.
Okay. And this is fine.
Wait, what's happening?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you've been ambushed by a group of bandits
I
while you
know.
were sleeping. Does a 20 hit your armor class?
Yeah.
Okay, you take 7 slashing. Nope, sorry. 7 piercing damage. And that isn't max
Yeah.
damage.
Doesn't really
Mm. Okay.
make a difference.
Like, do you have any questions for this? Like,
No.
like if like.
No, I just
I
thought he was
know.
talking about Kip, and
Ah,
Oh no no
Yeah.
no. Kip is everyone's somewhat favorite.
Spence is just cute.
Yeah. Spencer is baby in the form of very muscly
Arnold
6 foot,
Schwarzenegger.
6'2" orc.
Yeah, he's baby in the form
That
of
looks
Arnold
like he could-
Schwarzenegger.
He like yeah, he looks like he could bench press God.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is now Spencer's turn.
Well, you're another one that just fucking
Shots you.
yeah.
Yep,
How far away?
about 35 feet.
Right. But I'm still
So
no,
close
I-
enough to whack. But you'll
Whack.
have to dash because you're prone technically.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
All right, roll to whack.
No.
What is it?
I don't suppose an 8 hits.
Aww, poor boy.
He's such a. I like. He's so
Can we give him
intimidating.
Can we give him extra attack?
No,
Okay.
you went DM last time. Kip gave Cyril a healing potion.
Okay.
Alright. Okay. Next up is going to be Bandit 4, who is going to shoot at Cyril. Does a 16 break your armor class?
No, it doesn't because I used shield.
It does not. So, back to the top of the
Yeah.
initiative list. That is Bandit 6, who is going to... he is actually behind Frony and Kip, so he is going to go for a whack and at Kip, and that is a natural 20.
Oh, bad.
It's bad.
Boy.
Oh no.
What is it?
Wait, just quickly tell me how bad this sounds. 1 second. Just quickly tell how bad this sound exactly.
Ah!
That was
Okay,
loud.
yeah. please do not destroy the recording, thanks.
We can just cut him off.
Yeah,
No.
I'll just cut him out. Anyway, so as this guy comes up, Kip hiding behind you, not noticing, as he grabs Kip and just slashes across his chest, lifting him up slightly and throwing him
Kill
back
him,
on
I
the
will
ground.
leave.
Kip
If you
looks
kill him, I will
very
leave.
hurt.
Keep.
You just sort of see, ow, ow, as he sort of just holds the large gash in his chest. All right, now it is Cyril's turn.
Sick. The big guy's still alive, right?
He is.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna attack him again. I'm gonna use my, I'm still using my, what do you call that?
Running
Still-
smite or
Still using great
Oh.
weapons master. Great weapons master. And I'm gonna use my Eldritch Curse on him now that I have a bonus action free.
Ooh.
You mean
Um,
Hex?
Isn't Great Weapons Master a bonus action or?
No, it's just
free.
No. Okay.
And then Green Flame Blade.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He might still not hit.
Ah, fuck. I'm pretty sure that's gonna miss though. So
What is it?
that's 5 to hit.
Nah.
That
Nah,
hits.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool,
Totally.
cool. That's
69 points
That-
of damage. Yep.
yeah.
Fun fact: 69 points of damage would not kill this guy.
Oh, what
Oh.
the fuck?
Do you?
You already got half of that, so
Next
we're good.
up is
Is this
He's
like the
bandit.
fucking coconut crab?
no, it is not. You guys this is a challenge rating 2.
It's not
No,
that
wait.
bad.
The coconut crab have
I
way
do know
fewer
about the, I
attacks.
do know about the coconut crab. But no, this guy does look pretty beaten up. Alright, it is going to be his turn, and he is going to, again, go for the thing attacking him, which is Cyril. That is a 10 to hit, that does not hit, and that is going to be a 14 to hit. That does hit.
Yeah, unless I want to use shield again.
I mean, if you want to use up all of your spell slots, go ahead.
Well, you see, I can regain one with my magic item.
And you
But-
all, I mean, yeah, and a short rest because you're a fucking warlock.
Yeah. But do I want to use another shield on this?
That's the question. He's attacking you with his dagger.
No, I don't then. Yeah.
Okay,
Seems like a bit of a waste.
that
to
is
use
6 damage, and
that. Okay.
roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh, can't be good.
Wait, he got attacked?
16.
What is that?
Wait. Well, how much did he
16.
get attacked?
Oh, that passes. Okay, as he stabs into you with this dagger, you feel nauseous for a good second, and then you shake it off.
Ooh.
Alright, next up is Bandit 5, who is going to try and shoot Cyril and fail miserably. You have a +3 to hit. It's so abysmal.
I have a +7.
I have a +1.
Not with your,
To hit?
not with your bloody sword.
Yeah, with my sword. What if I'm using Great Weapons Master?
If you're using Great Weapons Master, then yes, but normally you have like a +6.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So yeah, got one to like.
And Frony, does a 15 beat your arm class?
just.
Okay. You take
Max.
4 piercing damage. No, he's not max.
That's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
It's a
You've had
cool-
shits that do more damage than that.
Yeah.
Next up is going to be Kip, who is quite gravely injured and is going to try and get the thing that just attacked him off of him by using that. That hits? Just? Wait. Oh my god, it just hits. Okay, as Kip, in self-defense, quickly pulling out his book as he placing his hand onto the page. Frony, you're actually getting a look at it, I'm assuming.
Uh-huh.
It is full of sigils and different types of runes that you cannot understand. as the runes on the pages grow blue, as he pulls out an icy knife from the page itself and flings it at his assailant. That is
Wait,
going.
can I read them or am I too far
You're
away?
too far away.
DM,
What?
question. Wouldn't we get hurt too and him too?
Wouldn't you get a what?
Wouldn't Kip get hurt too? It's a blast around 5 feet after he hits.
He was thrown.
Okay.
And he if I want to, I can say, oh, he gets up, but no, he did get thrown back, which far enough. He's tiny, so
Okay then.
yeah. Anyway, as he flings this knife, it does 6 flat out damage plus 2d6. Well, it's a what is it? Con save?
Nice,
Dexterity save. And okay, Bandity Boy, dexterity save. What is the DC? It's a spell save that's 30. Oh my god, it just doesn't. These guys' things are abysmal. Okay.
There's a lot of justs.
Well, because these things do not roll high, and he kills it. As he throws this icy dagger, the you see that it climbs up and then it immediately explodes out into frost as the person is practically frozen still as he falls back. Kip breathing very heavily and very wounded.
Oof.
Up next is Orange, who is behind the guy, so he's going to throw his dagger of returning. Wait, no, he didn't have it anymore, so it's just a normal dagger. That is a 25 to hit because he has a +7 with it. Alright, that is going to be that plus. Alright, so that is 9 damage onto the big boy.
And just stays there. Yeah.
Huh?
It just stays there.
Yeah,
Doesn't come
it's
back.
a normal dagger. It still has the sort of carved, but it's not the purple runes.
What?
And is going to use the psychic dagger again. This muddy white with purple bits in the dagger gets just flung out, and as it does, it does. Bloody hell! I think that. Oof. As it sort of hits into the bandit captain, he falls forward, just not quite dead, but looking very hurt.
Oof.
Next up is Feroni.
Like, okay.
You start everything with okay.
Yeah, okay. That is bad. Everything is bad. We're gonna die. So.
Everything is dead. Existence is pain.
Yeah. How much people are left except us?
There is 4 bandits, 5 bandits, and the normal bandit, the big boy.
4 bandits.
5 bandits, sorry,
Hmm.
and the bandit captain.
I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to shoot the captain.
Yep. Okay. Roll to hit.
Fuck yeah. 24.
That hits. Roll damage.
11 magical piercing.
Okay. As you sort of as you loose this spectral looking blue bolt out of your crossbow, looking up, he just goes fuck as he immediately gets hit in the mouth, launched backwards onto his back, and lays there lifeless.
Oh, that was a good shot. Okay, Emily and and
I love saying that when it's Emily, because it's just Emily. We're so close to just that boy there. It is. I'm so sorry to anyone who's even deciding to listen to this.
That boy there.
Creep.
Eat his ass.
Okay,
and
what
we
is Emily
go
doing?
bowling ball
Okay.
to the one that is near Spencer. That's tight Spencer.
Ball. Okay, yep, roll to hit.
Another that 20 now.
Another nat 20.
That's not 17 to hit.
17 to hit, that does hit. Roll damage.
That fall out of the shit damage. 3 force damage.
3 force damage. As Emily goes again to try and do the bowling ball maneuver, as first walking on the legs and then beginning to roll, spinning up, and as hearing this quite large and heavy ball rolling at him, as even leaving indents into the ground with the weight, as he sort of tries to dodge but getting his leg crushed in the process.
He's not walking in with that shit.
But not dead. Okay, next up is another bandit who is going to try and shoot the ball.
Okay, take the ball out.
Okay, that's 17 to hit. Why do I roll so good when it's against the ball? That
ball takes all the
is
hit.
4 piercing damage.
Ouchie.
Ouchie douchie, oopie pouchy. Okay. Next up is going to be another bandit who is going to try and attack Orange. Right, it's a 6 to hit. That does not. Spencer, you're up.
Yes. Well, the one I was. Wait, is he dead?
The one that
He's
was
not.
attacking you, he is not. He just had his leg run over by a bowling ball.
Right. Okay, then I'll try to hit him again.
Okay, go ahead and roll to whack.
Not. Let's say 13 to hit.
That does hit.
Yay!
Spencer's first hit of the campaign! How much damage?
I can't. I don't.
That's
I only
6
have one
damage.
hand.
That's 6 damage. You only have one hand. Why are you masturbating during this?
Well, you know.
I know, my voice is rather tempting, I get it.
Yeah.
As you sort of
yeah.
as he is sort of clutching his leg slightly, trying to stand, he doesn't notice the golden mace swing upwards, hitting him in the right pectoral, sending him spiraling backwards a bit onto his ass. He is now prone. And
Yeah.
looks pretty beat up.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast a healing word on Kip.
Okay. Alright. Go
Roll
ahead and
that
do the
HP.
rolling for that.
I meant to do. Oh yeah. That's
And I have more
11.
wisdom. So, yeah.
God damn. Go away. That's 5 damage. No, not
5
damage.
damage, he's dead!
That's 5 hit points.
It's 5 HP restored. Okay, Kip is looking better, but he has definitely been hurt quite badly. As you just sort of whisper, "Bitch," as he gets healed a good bit. All right. Bitch. Okay. Up next is going to be another bandit who is going to try and whack. He's going to run up to Frony, actually, and going to try and hit you with a scimitar. That is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, no,
I
that
might
doesn't
hit, I'm
hit.
not sure.
Okay, that is 6 slashing damage.
Ow. Wait, slashing?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
slashing
it's
damage.
scimitar.
It's a scimitar.
In my mind, it was like a club. And I can't do the
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take that. Pretty ouch. Pretty ouch.
Pretty ouch. That's what
Alright,
you guys
So
get.
there, so there are 2 people within 5 feet of me, right?
Technically, yeah.
Okay then.
Well, actually, no. One person's dead.
Oh, okay then. I
mean,
thought
if-
there was like a second coming at me. The guy got
No,
killed.
he was shooting at you.
Oh. Gotcha.
But yeah, there is someone within 5 feet of you, though.
Okay.
Alright, up next is going to be the OG bandit that came first, and he's going to try and shoot Cyril.
Oh.
That will be a 7 to hit. That will not hit. As he just sort of shoots at you, but it just whizzes past as he just sort of looks down at his crossbow, kind of annoyed. Alright, you're up next, Cyril.
Oh, sick.
Shield
Okay.
failed.
I'm gonna take advantage. Wait, is it the big guy who
Died?
Fisker?
Yes.
Oh, he died. I
Yeah,
thought he just got knocked prone. Okay.
No, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead. Okay,
Well,
cool.
pay attention.
Sorry.
Weird.
I'm gonna use my my big sword to attack one of the guys.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. You should be in range, you know.
Yeah, that's 16 to hit. I'm not
16
using
definitely
I'm not
hits.
using the Great Weapons Master this time. Okay. Actually, wait. I changed my mind. I used Great Weapon Master. Oh well.
You did not
Um,
hit that.
Yeah. That 8 damage. 12 damage to one of them,
Alright,
and
yeah,
1 damage to another.
And 1 damage to another. Oh. You just killed 2 in 1 hit.
Oh,
Nice.
As this chaotic energy again overcomes this green fire, as you rush up to slice at one, as this chaotic energy leaps over to the one that Spencer hit, as it kills him.
Sick.
Good.
Okay, there are now 3 bandits left who are now going to try and flee. Kip is up next,
Good
and
job.
he is... Yeah, he's gonna, I don't know, try and...
Shoot them. Throw a dagger at them.
Yeah, he's gonna try and throw his dagger at one of them. That is a dirty 20 to hit, and
I'm bad.
that is a 7 damage. That does not kill any of them, but still. Okay, as
my-
he throws his dagger, Orange would...
We'll throw his dagger.
That is a...
Do I have any daggers?
That's 5 damage, and yes, they were targeting that one, so one of them is dead.
Okay, that's great.
And with the second dagger throw, because of Psychic Blade, that does not hit, sadly. Okay. Frony, you're up. As these bandits are now attempting to flee.
How far away are they?
From you, about 20 currently feet, because they haven't got their turn yet, so they can't necessarily run. You just know that they are.
Okay,
attempting.
I'ma just like stick my tongue out to aim like towards the like, right side and shoot at one of them.
Okay, roll to hit.
Again, 24. Wow.
All right.
Not the best. How much? 8 magical piercing.
Okay, as you shoot one of them in the sort of back of the leg area. He looks pretty wounded, but he still can run.
Emily will rolling ball.
All right, rolling over there, they just close enough to do their force attack.
Doesn't hit. It is a 4 + 4, 8.
8 damage. That kills. Are you aiming for the same one that you shot or not?
It's not 8 damage. It's 8 to hit.
Oh, 8 to hit. That does not hit.
Yeah.
Okay, no. So as Emily just tries to attack this one of the ones fleeing, their part of their new armor gets caught on a rock that seems to be a bit bigger than it is underground than it is above, as Emily gets snagged on it, losing all momentum.
Oh.
Okay. Up next is going to be the bandit, who is going to disengage and run. Well, not disengage, sorry, just sprint and run, and he does make
Does
it
he
into
get-
the tree line.
Does he get any attacks opportunity, like from
No,
me
he
or?
was far enough away. He was one of the ones that was shooting. They were both the ones that were shooting.
Oh, what about the one that was 5 feet away from me?
That one you would have gotten an attack of opportunity when it's his turn, which it is not yet.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Then.
I did sort of forget about that one, but yes, he is. I'm going to say that he was the one you shot. Because he technically
Okay.
was. Spencer, your turn.
Alright, how far away do you
You
think
can
the...
only see one of them currently. The other one has made it into the tree line.
How far away do you... About...
From you, about 15 feet. He's near Friday.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'll just go hit him.
Alright, roll to bonk.
That's a 23 to hit.
You know that I think that hits. Roll damage.
That's 6 again.
6 damage, that kills him. You just crush his head in like a melon. Okay, that is the end of combat. That took way too long. Okay.
And now we have to start the long rest again.
No, you can
Really?
you can continue on.
If
And the
go
car.
back to sleep.
Well, it's kind of near day now. It was only about an hour
Oh,
off
yeah.
from
Okay.
it having 8 hours anyway, which is good enough.
Okay. Cool.
I'll just say, whew, that alarm really came in handy.
All right, as I suppose you all
How
start
was-
packing up, or are you going to have a
Yeah, how was
character interaction?
Is Kip like on death's door or something?
He looks pretty messed up.
Yeah, probably healing's good.
Should you heal him? Actually, no. Give me a second. I'll come up to Kip.
Fucking
Hey.
heal him or not? I mean, we don't need him.
Well,
Well, let him
that's what I meant to
die.
do. That's what I meant to do. I'll come up to Kip and say, "Hey, Kip, how are you doing?"
My chest. Ow.
Okay,
As
that's
he's sort of just
Can I-
clutching his chest, sort of kind of curling into a ball with like. There's a decent amount of blood.
I plunge a syringe into his wound. Cure wounds.
Fucking stab him. Okay, do
Cure
your cure
wounds.
wounds.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Artificers get cure wounds.
Yeah, they do.
Because they're like a Frankenstein of all the different types.
Wow, that's max. And again, that is going to be.
Nice.
It's going to be 12 HP.
Okay, 12 HP. He is just back up to max.
Hell yeah.
As he said, like sort of as the you stab the syringe and he sort of goes, "Ow, what the?" And then he sort of realizes the pain is gone. As he sort of looks down, the wound seems to have closed itself, and he just sort of, thank you.
You are welcome. You did a good job. This is a really nice book you got there, actually. If you don't mind,
He
give
sort
me.
of closes it and immediately puts it into his satchel.
Come on, give me a look.
No, it's mine. It's mine.
I'm not going to take it.
It's mine.
Oh.
He sort of just looks at you and sort of gets to his feet and sort of moves away from you for a bit.
Okay, then.
Grumble. All right.
Yeah.
Anyone else going to be doing any?
Yeah, thanks for saving my life. Nah, thanks. I'm not giving you the book.
Oh no, it's it's like
Literally.
good thing I saved you, Frony. Now, do you mind if I take Emily for a while? Like,
Not exactly. It's not for a while, just to look. Like while we're all driving.
yeah. Well, he's not in the carriage with you anyway. So anyway, all right. As you all sort of finish packing up and smothering down the embers that are still remaining of the fire, you will carry on. After a while, you
While we are on the car, can I take a short rest? Like take
Yeah.
some short rest, die.
yeah.
Okay.
You can
I
you
will
can probably
use-
have a long rest, really. Actually, no.
Oh,
if
really?
you-
Wow.
like, and on the way from Bear Dusk to Eltyriel, you can, because as you sort of following down now a more paved path. It's not pavement, but it's more gravel than the ones you've been used to around in the green fields. You following down the path, it doesn't take long for you to see the city of Bear Dusk.
Cool.
So as you get a bit closer, what are you going to do?
I'm sitting in my car a little bit hurt, so I'm gonna just take one of the short rest die to
Sure.
heal myself up a little bit. Wow, those D8s, man. That is gets me back to max. I fucking love this.
Okay. What is Cyril doing?
I'm. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure.
I'll
on
sort of
it.
set,
I mean,
set the thing. Orange sort of seems to be sort of leaning up against the side of the the cart, and seems to be asleep. As they're sort of they have their hood up, partially, enough that you can see that their eyes seem to be closed and their sort of arms sort of folded in a manner that is comfortable. Kip just is happily riding. He seems to like his horse.
should we go into sneaky chat?
I mean, that depends what you want to do.
Let's go into sneaky chat for a second.
Right, pausing the recording. It'll be just like this.
Well, should you actually pause?
Really quick, guys. What are your opinions on anything dark, like in this campaign? What would you prefer?
What do you
Mate,
mean by
we
that?
saw this guy ate a person. What do you mean? What's our opinion?
Okay, no, yeah, because there could be something kind of touchy coming up.
I do not give a fuck. I'm good.
Way, actually.
I don't
I
give a
don't want to spoil anything properly, but it's
What, is it
Something
like
it's-
excessive gore or something?
no, it's not
or what?
excessive. It's not excessive gore, and it's not anything sexual. It is more just can be a bit upsetting for some people.
Okay.
I just want to
probably
sort of
fine
make
with
sure that none of you are like,
I don't get offended particularly easily.
no, yeah. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, sure. Probably right.
Okay, please do tell me if I did like upset you by any of this, and then I'll make sure I'm not doing anything like this again.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
That
Well, I
Yeah.
forgot to restart the recording, and I don't know where it started off. I'll quickly give a
It's
summary.
about to hatch.
Talking about the eggs, one of the eggs seems close to hatching. One of the eggs is grey, which either means it is dead or it is a mixture between a black dragon and a white dragon. One of the eggs is a slightly different shade of black, but doesn't seem to be close to hatching.
Oh, now I see it. Okay,
And
sorry.
they have agreed to let one of them go into the High Moor, which is a place where other black dragons have been spotted, as it is a
another-
large swamp.
Oh, far away. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Alright, as you continue past down the sort of reaching woods, as you get closer, you come to a split in the roads after a few days' travel. You remembering to go left to El Turiel and seeing a sign that says as much, you start going that direction and immediately notice the large sort of glowing orb in the distance that almost looks like a very large star. Not as big as the sun, but decently large. It seems very radiant.
Ooh,
Cyril, with your special eyes, you notice that a good portion of the area is being sort of bathed in radiant energy.
Does it have a school?
Well, it's divine. You can
It's
just
divine.
That's still not a school.
Oh my god, like, I'm telling you what type of magic it is. Bugger off.
Yeah, if it's divine, you can just say it's divine. It doesn't need to be a school.
Yeah, you can determine what school some things are, but
If any, it just says if,
if any, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just a radiant ball of light, from what you can gather.
Hmm.
And after a day's travel, you make it. Now seeing this large, sort of quite white city. It seems very very well kept, and it is sort of up on a onto a cliff with a river running below it, with a large glowing a large sort of glowing orb of light that is hanging above the city. You also see that the city is so large it sort of wraps around, and actually goes into the river, the large river that is going out beyond the cliff, and sort of parts of it seem to have been dug in from what you can see. Other than that, you need to be closer as to see over the walls.
Okay then.
But yeah, as you get a bit closer, going through the sort of northeastern gate, as you sort of see this not a lot of farming places around the edge, which is surprising for a city like this. But other than that,
What is the city's atmosphere?
it seems very clean. It seems very, from what you can see at least, it seems that it's a very well kept city. It has quite beautiful white walls. It seems to have obviously the ball of radiant sort of energy that almost it gives off like almost a comforting warmth, not bearing down on you as much as enveloping.
Oh, that's nice.
Really quickly, Fishka,
Is it con save time?
it's wisdom save time.
Wisdom. Oh. Interesting.
Oh, what's this?
That's a 17.
A 17. Okay. As you feel a sort of a pain come back into your left eye, as
Oh,
this time
God.
losing vision in your eye for a couple seconds before coming back, realizing that your eye is reacting to this ball. Covering your eye seems to fix it. Not really sure why though. If you want, you can do a intelligence check to try and think of a reason.
Intelligence checks have not.
I'm just
Great.
very-
That
Huh?
might be a little better. That's a 14.
A 14. You can't think of a reason. Not massively knowing about these types of magic, you just assume that it's really bright. You guys do sort of see Spencer sort of covering his left eye slightly and sort of rubbing it a bit, opening it again to do the same thing, and just sort of deciding. Do you decide to keep your eye closed, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of keeping one of his eyes, his left eye closed.
Could I make like a makeshift eye patch?
Yeah, you could.
Druidcraft iPads.
Yeah, you could druidcraft a eye patch out of leaves.
Leaves.
Druidcraft is
He's a
good.
leaf pirate now.
He's a leaf pirate.
You've pointed, aye.
Yeah. Sure. I'll. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm staring directly at the radiant ball.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out if it's anything familiar or anything I heard of.
You have heard stories about the great ball of magic that leans over the city, almost half illuminating it almost all the time. But it seems to be dimmed when it gets towards night for the citizens' sake. But
This is
it
the
it is you roll me a history check real quick.
Fuck yeah, I'm good at those. Not a good roll though. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, don't get advantage on those. Ah, fuck. Okay, that's a 12.
You remember there was a story about this that your parents told you, but you can't remember it. All you know is that there was a war and they made the ball to help something.
I'm like all the way while we're not like being stopped. I'm just brainstorming about like, what could it be? Like I'm thinking.
Really quick, you guys do also notice that Orange covers their head practically completely with their cloak.
What about Kip?
Kip
Gonna
is
get
like
arrested.
sort of dazzled. He's just sort of looking at it, really like sort of like squinting, not being used to such a bright light.
It doesn't hurt her.
No, it does not hurt him.
Okay, that's interesting. So it's not daylight. Okay,
It's not daylight, no.
that is interesting.
Cyril,
Yes.
would you like to roll either intelligence or history check?
Okay. Ooh, that's a 21.
Okay, you remember a story that was said that the reason this ball of radiant energy was made was because the guild of clerics that was helping fight off a horde of undead came up with the plan to pull all of their power of all their deities that they worshipped and try and create this everlasting guardian. And once it was made, it almost immediately wipes out the horde of undead. You know that there is no undead really anywhere near this place, as this ball of radiant energy practically almost only attacks things that are undead or things that are fiendish in nature.
Oof.
Oh.
Good, none of us are, right?
Very quick secret chat moment.
Alright, pausing the recording again. Remind me to restart it this time. Alright.
So worrying.
Recording is back. Don't worry about that. Right. As you guys go up to the gate, you're told to hold by one of the guards as he holds out his arm and says, no carriages beyond this point. If you want to get through with the carriage, then go on to the other If you want to get through here get into the city with a carriage, then go through the tradeway entrance. Otherwise, you can leave it at the stables.
Okay, thank you.
As he just sort of nods slightly and goes back to his post.
Let's leave the cat in Staples. We don't really need it.
Yeah. Okay. Walking up, you meet the tender of the place. It's a very much larger than the one at Greenest. Is owned by a dwarf. And she has quite long orange hair. She seems to be currently sitting down, sort of pouring out a bowl of water for two mastiffs.
Oh, hell yeah.
As she sees you approaching with a cart and a horse, she just sort of her face sort of brightens and says, "Oh, right, how can I help you?"
Hi.
Hello there.
We're here to keep our cart.
Oh,
safe.
well, for the cart and the horse being looked after, that'll be 5 silver pieces per day.
Okay. I just give her 5 silver pieces.
She says, "Righty then, I'll look after these buttes." As she just sort of starts taking the horses and places the carrot. She unhooks the carriage to the horses, leading them inside, and then she sort of whistles and says, "Oi, Davis! Davis! Come on, there's a carriage!" As a Goliath walks out of the barn, saying, "Right, Mum, sorry." As he grabs the cart and begins to wheel it into a different part of the stable.
Thank you. And Emily just so before they come on, just walks out of the car.
Yeah, the Goliath doesn't seem to notice. The dwarf sort of eyes light up slightly, and sort of, "Whew. Well, not every day you see a construct around here. Whew.
Yeah, this is Emily. She's very good.
Well, it's quite good. It's quite good. Quite good to make actually. Nothing compared to the dwarves, but it's pretty good."
Hmm?
And she sort of seems to be admiring Emily.
I don't show it, but I'm like, that's a fucking challenge, bitch.
The dwarves, like.
And I'm like, thank you very much. I gracias for some time, like maybe around 10 hours or so. It took me some time to compare my notes and all that, and I show her some blueprints.
Okay. And she sort of says, "Right, yeah, well, if you're ever making any more, I'd advise trying to use some more dwarven blueprints. There's actually you could probably get one off of you could probably actually get an apprenticeship with a dwarven construct builder as long as you're good as your make says. I mean, it might be a bit difficult, but I'd advise it if you're looking into getting into building constructs."
Yeah, that would be amazing. Thank you so much, lady. And I like grab her hand, like shake it very hard.
Yeah, she sort of gives you a firm handshake as well. She seems rather strong.
Yeah.
As the sort of Goliath walks back out and says, "Right, Mum, it's done." And she goes, "Right, good boy. And remember, no eating anything until dinner. I'll have your head." And she sort of starts slightly scolding the Goliath.
Ooh, that's so cute. You're so cute. So it is a mom, maybe. It is a mom. Okay, let's head out. This is so good. This is a lovely city, huh? And I'm gonna get out of. Yeah, and I will try to ride Emily, actually.
Dexterity check. Why do you keep trying to ride the ball?
14.
14. You sort of try to sit on sort of shakily, slightly almost sliding off, but regulating yourself into a decent position as you sit on Emily.
Yeah.
Right, as you guys enter, the guard simply stops you slightly and just says, "Sorry, ma'am, there's a few things I need to ask. What business are you coming to, El Toriel?"
Oh, we are here to talk with. What's his name? I look at the party like.
He sort of just sighs and goes, "Meeting with friend or family." Got it. How long are you staying?
A day.
Right.
Shrug.
Short. All right. Can I get names?
Frony and Vera. This is Emily.
Frony and Vera. He sort of looks down. Plus construct. You. What's your name, Goblin? He sort of says with a bit of a snarl as he sort of is staring down at you quite rudely.
Well, what is his race?
He is a human.
Ooh.
He's sort of he's wearing a normal guard's uniform with a bit more decorated pauldrons. He seems to be a bit more higher ranking.
I say, I'm Cyril Thanen.
Right, Cyril Goblin. What about you, Half-Orc?
Spencer.
Right, Spencer. And He sort of looks down at Kip. Just says, "Kobold pet."
Not too bad.
And,
He's
you cat. As Orange just sort of looks up slightly and just sort of Applesinus. As he goes, cat. Right. As he sort of rips the piece of paper and it's and he says, "Right, keep that on you." As he hands it, and he just holds it out.
I forgot that was his name.
Okay, you take it and he just says, "Have a good day, miss," as he just sort of nods to you and then just gives Cyril a bit of a side glance glare.
Well, wave bye. He was an asshole.
I'm gonna
Gonna have to go.
use prestidigitation.
Oh.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation to give him a harmless sensation of make him think he shit himself.
Okay, as you prestidigitate, he just sort of fuck. And he just sort of calls out to another person as you sort of hear, "Matthews, take my shift for a minute. I need to go to the lavatory." As he sort of walks off, looking rather startled.
I just like
so.
laugh to myself like.
Yeah. All right. Where do you all go?
Still to see the person. What was his name? I wouldn't. I don't remember.
If you're actually asking me, his name is Erlanthar, and he was meeting with someone called Onthar.
Alangfall?
Erlanthar.
Can you type it out? Just to be. I'm just typing everything out just to be sure.
Okay.
Earl Anthor.
I haven't
Erlanthar.
properly. I haven't. That's not. That's how you say it.
Erlanfar.
Erlanthar.
I guess I wrote it down like that.
Yep. Go ahead. Oh well, he was. That's what the governor referred to him as. If you actually figured out his. Did you actually ask him his name?
I don't think so.
No. So. But he is meeting with a person called Onthar.
Gotcha. I'm just writing Emily chilling, looking. How is the city looking? That's my question. Like,
How is
like
the
exactly,
city?
like-
Okay, so
yeah.
walking in, you're actually walking across a stone bridge that is that seems to be held up with very large chains. That seems to be a type of drawbridge. There seems to be a drawbridge both outside and on the inside, as if it would like fold up and become another part of the wall. You're walking across a decently wide across river. It seems that there's a sort of to your right. There's it sort of corners off into a pool where you see a few children playing around, and you see a few other things like in the water, sort of. But following that down, you see a dock, and you see what seems to be a fishing port. And the sort of first part of the city you're going into seems quite. It doesn't seem as pearly white as the higher up ends of the city, but it obviously looks quite nice. There's you see quite a lot of people. You see a good few dwarves, a good few elves. You see the odd tiefling. You don't see any like a sort of other races. You see the odd Aarakocra, but other than that, that's the only sort of diversity you see.
Aarakocra.
Yeah, so
If Tiefling's like a tall common, that's already more diverse than 90% of Faerun.
Well, tieflings are pretty-
also, Fishka, he did say mum. Like mum.
Yes.
He did say that.
Yes. I know.
I will take out the map, and I will
You-
hand it to Spencer, and say, well, while you talk to this person, I don't remember his name really. I'm going to look for the dwarves. But I really need to.
Are you just looking for dwarves, or are you looking for like a
For the
worksman or something? Okay.
The smith.
Okay.
And Emily just bolts off.
You
with
just
me.
sort of leave them in the dust, not even saying another word. Okay. All right. Orange actually sort of speaks up as well, saying, "Well, if you guys want to quickly go, try and find Erlanthar. His actual name is Leosin, by the way. I need to sort something out." As Orange just sort of walks off.
I say, I might go and see if there's anywhere I might be able to find some things to spend my coin that we've gained from the questing we've been doing.
Okay. What is Spencer doing? You gonna go with Cyril and try and spend some of your stuff, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who keep that with me or everyone else? I don't know.
One moment. Spencer and Cyril, do you want to sort of roleplay that bit, or
I think.
you know, saying, "Hey, I'll come with you," sort of thing.
Like role play. Well.
Apparently not.
He doesn't want to roleplay. I
Okay.
guess.
Well. So Cyril is with Spencer, unless Cyril is intentionally trying to be on
We're
his
trying to
own.
avoid him.
All right. I'll go. How much time longer do we have? Okay. So we'll do this with Cyril and Spencer first, just because Cyril has to go at some point, don't you? Cyril,
Wait, what?
because we're getting kind of close to 9.
Yeah.
So if we do this first, and then even if it runs long, then I can do this with Franny. All right. Okay, Cyril. And Spencer, where do you want to go to spend your coinage?
I don't know. I mean, it's always the thing in D&D. There's not much to really spend your money on.
Well,
You
there
could-
is actually
Apart from-
potions, for example.
Yeah, you could
Unless-
get potions. You could find
Is there
Weaponry, armor. You have shitty armor.
magic items? See if there's
Say again?
anywhere which might sell. I'm gonna see if there's anywhere which might sell magic items. Oh, also, actually, before Frony left, can I? Oh wait, no, she's gone.
Yeah, I'm gone.
She didn't
I just
get me
bolted
back.
off.
What were you gonna ask her then?
I was gonna ask her for the gems so I could sell them.
Not too. I would imagine like you were about to say, and I'm just like 40 feet away at this point.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna look for a place with magic items. Where would you like to try and find?
Oh, what?
What are you going to be looking for?
Maybe a store with weapons and armor.
Okay, weapons and armor.
Or I guess that wouldn't be called a
To
store.
tell me.
Okay, weapons and armor.
Shop?
Right. So you looking around. Cyril, you assume that if there is going to be weapons and armor, you might find them in a weapon and armor shop. Like if you're going to be magical weapons and armor, they might be in there. So you, what do you decide to go with?
I don't know. I might look to see if there's a market because there might be some there.
So I was going to mention that you do notice a what seems to be a type of market with lots of different shops. You notice quite a few shops. You see a alchemy shop with different types of sort of potions. You notice a what looks to be an armory shop. You see a sort of a convenience sort of shop. You see sort of a shop for people who are adventuring. You see a shop for people who go fishing. You see lots of different types. You see sort of a currency exchange place. You see sort of a hiring area for those traveling. You see 2 pubs, and that
like
seems to
taverns?
have quite taverns, whatever. I'm just calling them pubs. You notice a shop that seems to be selling things for water travel and other things like that. There's quite a few different shops. You do see a smithery. Yeah. Where do you?
I'm gonna go into the shop that sells this adventuring stuff.
Okay. All right. Where are you going, Fisker?
Yeah, I think I'll just follow.
Okay, so
Follow.
as you enter into this shop, it seems to be a quite yeah, you do see it seems to be quite a well-maintained shop. It seems to be quite a big shop as well. As you see, there's quite a few different things, from anything from sort of vials of acid to arrows, crossbow bolts, other things like that. A few things for magic, like a few arcane focus, like a wand, a staff, and even a crystal there. You notice things that are what you'd expect, sort of a barrel, baskets, bedrolls, ball bearings. All of them are different, like on different types of shelves. It seems to be quite a large thing. As you enter through the thing, a decently merry-looking man. He is one moment. Need to get to the thing up. He is a goblin, in fact. Who?
Oh, that's neat.
Who seems he is what seems to be you seem to be standing on some sort of barrel, as he is so that he seems to be quite well dressed. He seems he's wearing quite a nice sort of hat, as well as sort of quite almost nobleman's clothes. You almost think.
You got 2 fancy goblins up in there.
As he sort of says,
Fancy
welcome,
goblin,
welcome. Well, cunning adventurers looking for some things to help them on their way, are you?
Yes.
Give me money.
Yes.
And he says, well, I've gotten almost everything from ammunition to magic focuses to... And he sort of looks over to your compatriot Half-Orc and says, even to druidic focuses. As he sort of looks and just says, have a look around and holler if you need me. As he sort of says, like, widening his sort of stance, like putting his arms out. He seems very charismatic and very very over the top. He seems to enjoy what he does.
Yeah, you got it on colony, y'all.
Yeah.
So, what are you looking for, my good goblin friend?
I'm wondering if you sell any potions.
Potions. Well, I think we have a few. As he sort of hops down, he says, well, we've got healer's kits and other things like that. We've got holy water and other things, though, he sort of, moves over. Yeah, yes, here we go. Potions of healing. Not any of the fancy ones, though. You'll have to go to the alchemy store for that. Just a word of warning, that guy's a bastard. As he sort of hops, sort of slides along what seems to be a sort of slidable stool. As he slides down and sort of steps up onto it and sort of says, right here, potions of healing. It's 50 gold pieces for one. They're quite rare and, well, difficult to make. How many will we be needing?
God damn it. Frony ran off before I could ask for the gems to sell them. Damn it.
Oh, if you got gems you want to sell, well, you'll be wanting to go down the jewelers.
Yes, my friend ran off with them before I could.
Well,
I'll have to come by again later.
he sort of hops over and sort of goes over to the window and sort of points. Well, you see that store there, and you see it's sort of a sign outside a pretty well decorated store. It sort of says Pim's Pym's Jewelers, and he sort of goes, "That's where you want to go if you want to sell something, though he seems a bit biased towards goblins, I'll have you know. But if there's anything else I can get you, maybe you need some poison, maybe some maybe if you're in the sneaking sort, maybe some well, something to help encourage a lock."
Hello.
Fiska had a question.
Yeah, and he sort of turns to you, leaving you with that question as he moves over to you, looking up at you, and says, "And what will you be looking for, my good fellow?"
Nova,
Yep. Sorry.
question.
Yep.
Like, how big is the city? This is.
How big
yeah.
is the city? It's quite big. It's quite big.
Uh-oh.
So I suppose it's time for you to make your save.
Wait, what's going on?
Like anxiety checks. Like,
Oh no! Oh fuck! Yeah.
so much people.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. Okay, so seeing this many people in one place, and especially in this sort of shopping district, there's so many people. The sort of chat overlaps over itself. People talking and people talking, and yeah, you feel very, very overwhelmed in this large city. Coming from the forests, you feel quite spooked, so to speak.
So it was an anxiety check.
Yes, it was an anxiety check.
Right.
As he sort of smiles a bit and sort of says, Are you in the market for a druidic focus, or maybe something for As he sort of looks you up and down and sort of says, maybe you want something to trip up your foes, maybe some ball bearings, maybe just a backpack. What will it be? He just sort of smiles patiently.
Oh, he's
I
such
could-
a nice guy. He's so nice.
He is.
Wow.
For now, roll me a Constitution save. No,
Do you perhaps have any shields?
Shields. Well, suppose you'll be looking for the arming shop, I suppose. Sadly, I don't acquire anything too high power in this or heavy in this shop, considering it is only just me, and most shields are about twice my height. So yes, and he sort of points at a shop that's a bit more tucked away in the corner, and it just sort of says the box for war. He says, "Bloke in there, he's a orcish bloke. He's well, I'm gonna be honest, he's a bit of an arsehole, and he's a bit too excited in what he does, but he's fine enough. Think half-orc like you will get quite special treatment from him." And he sort of says, giving you a slight nudge.
Thanks. Thank you.
No problem. Come back if you ever need anything, yeah?
Yes, thank
He
you.
sort of, with a wink, he sort of turns on his heel and returns back to his stall.
Ride like the wind.
Like Freddy's still just like zooming, like knocking people out of the way, so like leaving like a massive crater where she turns a corner. Like,
like crazy Doctor Lab,
like cackling away.
Somewhere in the you get.
Yeah. So where is everyone going? Are you going to buy anything, Cyril? Or do you not really have enough money until you sell those things?
Yeah, not really.
Yeah. Kip is actually going to go off to a.
Oh,
He's
I
going
thought
to
keep
sort of.
Gob
Huh?
I thought keep Gob with me because there's like were no interaction about Kip, and I thought he was gonna go with me, I guess, but no.
No, you ran away. He can't keep it up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he sort of is. He seems to be debating going over to one of the shops. And he sort of goes over to you, Cyril, and sort of taps you on the shoulder, being only a bit smaller than you. He sort of says, could you come to the jeweler with me?
Yes, okay.
As he sort of like jumps up and down slightly as he goes, he starts heading over and he sort of says, oh, hey, Mr. Mr. Healer person, we're going to the, we're going to the, jeweler.
Right. I'll be right there. I'll have to.
As Kip
do
just sort of
something.
nods up and down and starts walking.
Yeah, we just start walking.
Yeah.
Walking out to the thing.
What is it that you're going to do? Or are you just sort of saying that because you're trying to, are you going to try and compose yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, go get, roll me a wisdom save.
Go with the shadows.
What'd you get?
7.
You sort of try and calm yourself down, but again, as you sort of start trying, what sounds like music begins playing as looking outside, quite startled, you see what seems to be a group of traveling bards who seem to have garnered quite a large crowd, and playing music and jigging about.
The fucking bugs.
Fucking bards, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we...
Moving on then, or are you going to go over to Cyril and Kip?
I'll stay there until the bards maybe.
Okay.
the
The sort of owner of the shop sort of says, you're not very comfortable in cities, eh?
No, do you mind if I?
Oh, not at all.
little bit?
As he sort of hops up and goes over to and jumps up to open the door and says, "Fucking door, always too high." As he sort of opens the room, and there's quite a nice sort of it looks like a seating room, and he just sort of says, "Right, you can have a seat down there. I'd offer you tea, but I drank it all."
He's British.
Yeah, it's me. As he just sort of says, right, yeah, I've got a little seating room. This place used to actually be a place where I'd sort of invite people in and sort of get them to talk about the things they've done and things like that. I suppose it was meant to be like to help them or something. I'm not really sure it worked. But yeah, then I bought the place once they went out of business. But yeah, I never really got around to doing anything else with this room, and I've already got 2 storage rooms. But yeah, you can sit in here if you want.
Thank you so much.
It's all right. As he just sort of props the door open and walks back into his onto his stall.
Eltrol is surprisingly big. I imagine how big Baldur's Gate will be. Damn.
Yeah. All right. Cyril. By the way, Felix. How long do you have?
Like I don't have to go at a specific time, but I'd
Okay.
like to go fairly soon.
Okay. Well, I'll try and get this out of the way then. All right. So as you walk into the jewelers with Kip, it looks like quite a nice. It's sort of. It looks very, very nice. It seems very, very high quality, and it seems very well, quite what would the word be? Posh, I think. As there's these sort of a few like display stands and stuff like that of different jewels. There seems to be as you walk in, you see sort of 4 guards who seem to be stationed there, as if to you assume to stop people stealing. As you and Kip walk up, it's Kip sort of jumping up to look at the person, as the person sort of leans over and looking down and sort of says, hello, can I get something priced, please? I think that's the word. Is that the word? And the person just sort of, oh. It's as it's sort of getting a better look, you see that she is a elf. Decently short, but wearing quite fancy clothing. You assume that she is quite well off from her job.
A high elf eel.
Also, but before wait, is Kip selling the gems?
He doesn't have.
He does not have gems.
Oh.
She says, oh right, well, the pricing will go through that door. As she sort of points to a door, a other part, as one of the guards sort of goes over and opens it, and it seems to be a bit more of a slightly less posh room, but it seems to be a place. There seems to be, you can see a dwarven man in there, who
Okay.
Not really much else.
I'm gonna go through.
Yeah, you see, you have noticed there's quite a few dwarves in Elturel. But
Yeah.
a lot of it seems quite a diverse city, though they do seem to be slightly biased against kobolds and goblins from what you've seen. As
Lots of faces.
as you walk in, he says, hello there. Well, how can I help you?
The 2 races that are here at the moment.
Yeah, the 2 races that are here. He sort of looks as he sort of actually looks at you and goes, and he sort of like shakes his head slightly and goes back to being more professional. He says, oh, well, how can I help you? Do you need anything priced? As Kip sort of rummages around in his satchel, he pulls out the sort of circlet that he had from the chest. He says, yes, this. Can you tell me how much this is worth? And the guy says, well.
I cast the moves. I do the store value. Actually, do I want to do that? No, I can't. I don't want to do that actually, because
No?
You might be the spell.
Is it like somatic or is it verbal? What?
If it's verbal, you might.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do it.
No. Okay. All right. As Kip sort of hands it, jumping up and plopping it on the table, he says, he's sort of pulling out like a comically large sort of magnifying glass with that seems to be have a second lens in it that flicks over. As he sort of flicks it over and looking at it, picking it up slightly with his gloved hand, he sort of oh yes. Well, this is quite a good make. I'd say about 700. As Kip's sort of eyes light up and says, 7? What? Gold? As the man sort of says, yes, 700 gold.
You damn!
It is a gold and sapphire circlet.
700! He can buy a fucking house!
No, he could not. He couldn't even buy plate armor with that.
Oh, that's true.
Kip sort of bounces up and down slightly and says, thank you. Where would I be able to sell this? And the man sort of smirks slightly and says, I'm sure the shop would be willing to take that off your hands. As he sort of smiles and says, as he sort of gets up and walks down into the other room, he sort of whispers something into the lady's ear as she says, if you were willing to sell, we would definitely gladly take that off you for 650,
Actually,
700.
it's enough to buy a house.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
You can rent, not buy.
Sure, you could rent, but I'm going to tell you now, a keel boat is 3,000 gold pieces.
Surprisingly.
A longship is 10,000. A sailing ship is 10,000. You are not 700 is not enough.
It's all good.
It is
It's
still
enough.
very expensive. By the way, that is in the book.
Uh-huh.
It's actually
Oh.
more
Yeah.
in the book.
Yeah, because they are racist.
Yeah, they priced it down. Actually, I'm not going to tell you that. Anyway,
Can I if he's pricing it down because we're a goblin and a
Kobold, yeah.
and a kobold, surely I should be able to roll insight for that. Or
Go ahead, roll
something.
insight.
Oh, that's I rolled an 18, so that's
An 18.
a
They
14.
You think they are at least pricing it down by maybe 100 or 200 gold?
You fucking asshole.
I cast distort value. Wait, I need to check if it's got a somatic.
And material.
Well, if it's got material, that's fine because I have an arcane focus.
What, a sword? Like,
Yeah, my circlet is an arcane focus, and it doesn't. It only has verbal components. So I just kind of
oh hell yeah.
I quietly mutter to myself the spell,
Mhm.
and then I say, excuse me, could you have another look at that?
What check is this again?
It's it is a investigation check against my spell save DC.
And that is...
Oh wait, it might have gone up. Did it go up this level? Do you get a proficiency bonus at 4?
No, it's at fifth. It's at fifth. It's at fifth.
Okay. It's 13 then.
13, okay. Let me roll for him. And
Which isn't great.
he simply says, He sort of squints as he takes out a different magnifying glass and simply says, 650, as he glares at you. Kip is still incredibly happy.
Just take the ring, man. Take the ring. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Fuck this.
Kip goes, yes, please. As the man sort of rolls his eyes and walks back into the other room, and the woman just, alright, give me a moment.
Fucking ass.
I love those magnifying glasses. You can see so much with them.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Magic.
so cool. It's so cool.
He actually had advantage on that roll because of the fact
Yeah.
that he
That's like mine in a way.
yeah, basically he had 2 magnifying glasses, one magical and one non-magical. And because you told him to see it again, he used the magical because he was skeptical.
God damn
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm the only one who like people don't look skeptical at because my race is just very fucking rare. As it is.
People like they look kind of skeptical, but obviously like you can control fire. They're not going to like be openly aggressive towards you.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm going to burn you, bitch. Like,
But
try.
anyway, as the woman sort of reaches behind the counter and pulls out a pretty big bloody a sack of gold, and she says, "Would you like that in platinum or would you like that in gold?" As Kip just sort of platinum? He sort of says, not really being sure of himself, as she sort of says, "Okay then," and as she sort of she pulls out a wand and taps the bag, and yes, that does work. Okay, so she as the bag seems to get smaller, and inside it is platinum coins.
How much?
The amount that would be converted. Give me a second.
So so it was like 70. Not well, yeah, 70.
A moment.
But he did price it down. Oh, fuck yes.
Okay, so how much is platinum?
10 gold is one platinum.
10 gold.
So 700 is
So 70.
Hey, that's
Okay, yeah. So it's about. No,
shits himself.
it's 65. Sorry. You can no longer see the dwarf.
I threw it through the wall.
That's
Do I
not
need
how
line of sight to use prestidigitation?
I mean, you can't use prestidigitation through walls.
yeah, you can't.
Can I not?
No.
If you don't see them, you cannot.
If you can't see them, you can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets 65 platinum pieces, and actually, he looks at Cyril and gives him 10.
Oh. Thank you, Mr. Kobold Man.
He is.
I say,
kind.
oh well, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, Kip just sort of nods his head, hands the circle over, and sort of the woman sort of goes, well, enjoy. As
Fucking elves.
fucking elves.
Fucking
As,
elves.
Fucking elves. As you two leave, okay. Is that all the time for you have?
She fucking shits herself.
Oh,
I'm going to become the goblin who makes racist people shit. That is now
Okay,
my gimmick.
are you actually doing that?
She shits herself.
Are you
She knows
actually
magic.
doing that?
Mate. She knows magic. No, she knows magic.
Don't fucking do
She
it,
does
please.
have magic.
Mate,
Wait,
that,
what's
enough with intelligence.
prestidigitation? Press the digitation.
It's verbal and somatic.
Minor magical technique, magical and sense for Oh wait, no, I can make them actually shit themselves. I can clean or spoil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. I didn't realize Prestidigitation could do that.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
yeah.
She doesn't just think she shit herself. She actually does.
No, it's verbal and somatic. I don't think you would. Though.
Is it? Are you doing it?
Mate,
I just kind of turn around, start walking out the door, and while I'm walking out the door, like in front of me, so he can't see it.
Okay,
do
one
it.
of the guards sort of holds out his hand and says, "Oi, what are you doing?"
What? Sorry. I have a nervous thing. Sorry.
He sort of just
Um,
glares at you, like looking down on you. He's like 6 foot.
deception.
Roll me a,
I,
deception check.
That's a 17.
Yeah, fuck. It will not 20. Like, you go to jail, bitch.
He just sort of scowls and turns away. Do you continue to do it?
Oh, I hadn't finished yet. Yeah, I
You hadn't?
continue.
Okay. And
The
No,
band, the band of minorities.
yeah, as you continue to do it, and sure enough, oh my. And she sort of calls out and says, Elian, can you man the desk? I need to use shit. And she just sort of just moves back as the dwarven man sort of steps out and goes, "What was that?"
I just continue leaving.
Yeah.
Cyril just takes 2 level in sorcerer to get subtle spell. She just
Oh.
Oh god.
So, yeah. No, you have to get 3 levels. On level 2, you
yeah.
have meta magic.
Yeah.
You have your meta magic points, but you can do literally nothing with them. It's so stupid.
Okay,
you can
Level 2
convert.
sorcerer is the worst thing in D&D.
Yeah.
Really, you can convert sorcerer points to spell slots.
You can turn them into spell slots, but that's not what you want to do with your sorcery points. It feels so
Anyway, is that all the time you have for Felix?
I can stay longer, but like I would kind of
Okay.
like. to go
Okay,
soon.
if you would like to go, then I can obviously do Frony's bit, and you can leave if you wish. If you are going to leave now, I would like to play out a little bit of a scene before you do.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that then, I guess.
Okay, as you finish up walking out, all you hear is, "Come, get help! Someone's jumped!"
Huh?
And that is where I will stop. I will leave it for Cyril, but I will continue it for Frony and Cyril back in time, technically.
Okay.
I was riding like the wind, baby.
See ya.
All right, talk to
I
you later,
have
mate.
a fearful suspicion.
Bye.
You
As I
can
said.
stay here, Spencer. By the way.
Yeah.
Alright.
If you want.
I have a
Alright.
fearful suspicion as to who it was.
Who knows? Now, a bit earlier, Frony, as you sort of are gallivanting onwards,
Relevant.
on top of your construct, looking
Uh-huh.
around to try and find this place where the woman mentioned constructs and dwarves, you do remember that she didn't mention where.
Yeah.
You didn't really
That's why-
ask her where they were. All you knew there was something about constructs and something about dwarves. And maybe near or in the city, maybe? You don't know.
Yeah, and that's why I'm dashing. I'm just dashing, looking around.
Okay,
Emily does that too. Like,
yeah, okay. As you are dashing around on top of Emily,
just 80 feet.
yeah,
Per
I-
second.
a guard comes running up, holding his arm out, saying, "Hold, stop! You violated the law. Pay the court or fight." No, he sort of says,
Yeah.
"What are you?
Hi.
Can you please get off of the construct? And you are scaring people."
Oh, I am. And I'm like, look around me.
You look around. Lots of people are staring at you. Some people are trying to move away from you. And you see that you sort of have left a sort of string of people who look very shocked at this very quick,
Ball.
very heavy. You see at certain points where you've turned, you see like a bit where the pavement has actually indented due to the weight of Emily.
It was okay back home. Okay, I will get down. And then, like, get out of Emily, like, slipping a little bit.
Yeah. He goes, "Right, thank you. Can you please carry on at an orderly pace? Where were you going in such a hurry?"
Oh, I was looking. A dwarven lady told me that there is something. There's a place something about constructs and dwarves. I'm looking for that. I don't know where
Right,
it
well,
is.
that'll be in the Dwarven sect.
Oh, where it is? Where is it?
Okay. See that down there? And he sort of points to a turnoff that you passed. He simply goes, "Right, you're going to want to go down there, then take a right, and then carry on. You'll find all the dwarven machines. Fair warning, the dwarves aren't very proud of their workmanship."
I'm too. This is Emily. I meet her.
He sort of just looks at you and just sort of nods slowly and says, "Right, well, thank you." As he sort of like,
Hi. And I'm
Yeah, okay. Are you going off at an orderly pace, or are you fucking bolting it?
Yeah, normal pace. But
Okay.
it was fucking fun, wasn't it?
What did you expect would happen?
It was fun. Fuck it. I liked it. Right like a wind.
Like the wind. Okay. As you sort of follow the directions, having to try and remember what he said because you're too excited, you come across a place where there is a lot more dwarves. It seems, and you see the architecture change slightly. It's still that same color, but it's still got the same sort of almost rotund assurancy of dwarven architecture.
Ooh.
And you do see a few warforged.
I just gasp at them.
As looking at the warforged, there is one that is a lot more sort of widely built, and seems to be almost like the torso. Almost seems like a cylinder, almost. They are both of them are wearing almost like a warforged clothes, which, if you know, are essentially just sort of like a sash and a sort of almost like robes hanging off of their mechanical bodies.
I just look at them. Not like even on inch, I'm not like staring away at them. Like even while walking, I'm walking a different direction that I'm looking, and I just like trip over.
Yes. You sort of trip on a curb as you're looking at these warforged, not ever seeing is that you see also quite a lot of dwarves. You do see a very sort of in the center of this almost like a mini town almost. You do see a quite a large forge. You see, it's sort of a very it's sort of quite a cylindrical place. It almost seems if you didn't know, do you know anything about dwarves? Roll me roll me a intelligence check.
I wouldn't.
If you're trying to think about dwarven history, then sure, but that
But
would
yeah,
really
I
help
got
you
it.
amazingly.
It's fair. It's fair. Okay, so I have a +4. 10.
A 10. You know that dwarves are quite protective of their forges to anyone not of their kind. But other than that, and you know that obviously they are very proud of their kind's achievements.
Just like I am.
But anyway,
I'm getting in, just looking at everything like a child at Disneyland.
yeah, you don't have not seen any constructs apart from the Warforged yet. But still looking. Roll me a
Investigation.
roll me a sure. Give me an
Oh,
investigation
yeah.
check because you're looking for something.
Wow. Both are shit. Okay. That's going to be 11.
Okay, you try and look for something that you'd assume to be any sort of type of any sort of type of like place for mechanical sort of constructs, and it takes you a good while. It takes you about half an hour, but you do eventually kind of find some place that you think would be right. As you it's a very quite a large place, just adjacent to a forge, and it seems to be a place where people it's not necessarily a smithery, you think, because you've already seen like 2 of them.
Yeah.
You think that this might be a place where constructs would be made, but you are not necessarily sure.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, are you going to enter?
Yeah.
Alright, you enter. It does seem like a shop, almost, but it almost as if it's only partially a shop. As the door is open, it is open, and it is seemingly welcoming, as there is a place. It seems to be a shop full of different types of things. There's quite a few different hammers and a few other things. You do notice a few like sort of gears and cogs that seem to be ready for use with constructs. No, you do not see anyone sort of at the desk that is in there though. As unlike most sort of counters, I suppose, this desk is made purely of stone.
That's badass.
And it is sort of chiseled in stone with it looks very solid. And in fact, you notice most of the things in this room are stone.
I like look dazzled at everything in here. And I like quietly say, because I'm still on the gasp, like, hi.
You hear a clang of metal from one of the back rooms as a very I suppose would say you see a dwarf who looks like who has burned off most of his hair, and he seems to be working on something, as his hands are completely black. He's wearing a smithing apron as well as just some normal clothes. He has what is left of his hair is sort of tied back in a braid, and his long beard, which is part of it, is slightly on fire, as if something has just burned up in his face.
Gotcha.
As he just sort of, hello, one moment. As you hear a few more clashing, and you hear like some patting, as if like that.
These are my people.
as you see him again as he emerges and says, yeah, hello. How can I help? Oh,
Hello.
sorry. How can I help you? Varginasi, jeez, don't see many of them around here.
Yeah.
And he sort of, and then he takes a double take and he sees the Emily next to you and says, "Well, can imagine why you're here then."
Yeah.
And he's sort of like ignoring you, sort of like says, "Right, well, you mind if I have a look? It's sort of customary around here."
Well, sure.
As he sort of almost kind of carefully, but also he seems to know how to make sure metal does not be damaged.
Yeah,
He sort of
trust,
picks
yeah.
it up and sort of places Emily down and sort of says, "Well, let's okay." As he's sort of like lifting up a few things and looking inside and says, "Well, you've done well from what you have, at least. It's not dwarven steel, so
Thank
Yeah.
you.
it's not amazing. It seems it's loose. Is it loosely based off of something dwarven? I think I've seen some things like this."
I have blueprints. Right.
Oh.
Take out my blueprints.
As he sort of pulls out some very cracked glasses, as he sort of squints and looks at the blueprints, sort of going,
Some things are in halfling, but most of it is in common.
yeah. He says he doesn't seem to be confused by it in the slightest. He goes, ah, yes, right. Well, halfling inventors. Yeah, that's where I've seen it before.
Oh yeah, my parents are.
Ah, well, that explains why you have one. You make it, or did they?
What did he say?
He said, did you make it, or did they?
I made it myself. I tried a lot.
Well, how old are you?
Oh, I'm let me check. I'm 20.
Bit young to be making the first construct by dwarven standards, though. We do live centuries, so I'll cut you some slack.
Thank you.
Well, why is it that you were here? Don't
Look
suppose
at-
it was to show off your construct?
Oh, I just wanted to see this place. It is very beautiful, really. And I wanted to maybe buy some more metal. I have some gold to buy. I will to buy it.
You want actual good metal? Well, you wouldn't if you've come here. I actually said the wrong thing there. He said, oh, you looking for good metal? Actually, no. It's dwarven. All of it's good. Alright, so, how much you needing?
Well, how much would be for 100 gold?
100 gold? Could give you, give me a second. As he sort of, rummages underneath and, pulls out a piece of metal. It looks like enough to make a shield,
Oh, okay.
but it's not a massive amount of metal. You imagine you could get a lot more for 100 gold if it was a different type of metal. He
Mhm.
sort of says,
But,
well, this is about 500's worth. And he sort of takes out one of the quite large ingots and places it down. That's about 100. To actually smith it, you'll need probably a dwarven forge, so...
I only have my fire. I usually use that. It's not really useful, but it's something.
He sort of says, and how decently can you heat up metal with that fire?
Oh, well.
With,
Those are
with
dwarves.
normal sort of iron and steel, you can heat it up to glowing in a half decent amount of time, but also it takes you a good minute.
Won't have decent amount of time. It really depends on how long I hold it. But I can.
Well, he sort of says, most dwarven metals will need nothing less than lava, but dwarven forges can usually make best do. And of course, you can't use the one in the town. Well, not town, the sect square, considering that's that's owned by Adol, and well, he's a bit particular with who he lets use it.
If you don't mind me asking, what is your name?
My name, well, my dwarven name is Hector, but the suppose the common way of would be and he sort of bangs his fist onto the table as if he's thinking, but you can now notice how strong he is, as the stone makes quite a loud banging noise, as if his hand is almost made of metal. as he sort of goes, in common it would be, Hector? Something like that.
I like Hector.
Right, well, you can call me that. I'm mostly, well, I don't make the constructs here. I do maintenance mostly on constructs. The other, they're mostly made in the dwarven strongholds and down in the mines, really. Considering, but I have a fair amount of dwarven steel in the shop.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm Froni Anvira.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks. DM, with this piece of gold of 400, this piece of gold metal, how much can I upgrade Emily for?
Emily, you imagine upgrading Emily is going to take more than one ingot of the stuff, especially if you're trying to properly upgrade her effectively. You think you're going to need a lot more than singular ingots. You'd imagine, considering the amount that he brought out was about 500's worth, you would imagine that the amount that you'd need to upgrade Emily further, it depends what you're trying to do. Are you trying to give her more AC?
Probably more AC, to be honest. I want it to be 10.
Well, currently it is somewhat outside of your skill level to give her more AC than you already have. You can try and sort of do up the thing you've already done, but that'll only be adding one extra AC than what you already have. And
So
you could do that with normal steel if you just tried to redo it a bit.
That is true.
But working with dwarven steel as well as trying to upgrade her using it is a bit outside your skill level currently, and you'd also need a forge capable of working with the dwarven steel, which you currently don't have the means.
I like look at it and like rub my head. I don't think I can make anything out of it, at least right now.
Well, you could always let me take a look. It depends what you're trying to do, but if you want to do it yourself, which, to be honest, I'd respect you for it.
I am, thank you.
Yeah. Remember, with dwarven steel, it needs to be incredibly well heated. Word of advice. And are you leaving, by the way?
I'm not at all. I'm just staying there. I'm still talking.
All right, yeah. So he sort of says, and remember, don't fold dwarven steel.
Oh yeah, I was. My dad once told me that when he was practicing with it, and yeah, not the best thing to do.
What's your dad's name? Maybe I've heard of him.
Oh yeah, actually, my dad's name is Iraton Valtias. My mom is Hilmian Vira.
No, yeah, it rings, but can't really place it.
They were, they took to what was the word? So they took place in the war when defending the High Forest.
Oh, yes. No, I think I've heard of them. Of course, us dwarves didn't take part in that, well, considering all the fucking elves in there, but...
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, but... Yeah, we've heard of them. Some of the best halfling inventors still alive.
They're very nice.
Yeah, well... halfling inventors tend to be quite skilled in their craft. Usually making things a bit dainty for us dwarves, but enough to respect, somewhat.
Thank you.
Nowhere close to dwarven craftsmanship, but a close runner-up, I suppose. As he sort of says, pretty quickly patting himself on the back. He seems very boastful about dwarven achievements.
My knowing of dwarven technologies, I'm not even questioning it. I know how good they are.
Yeah.
So, not even saying anything. I will just say, Well, maybe I can buy some more cheaper metal. I
Well,
don't know if I.
you better probably find one of those different shops then, eh?
Ah,
Sorry to say it, but any
It's
dwarf in this place, in this city, or this kingdom, whatever you want to call it, it's pitiful compared to dwarven kingdoms, but still. Yeah, you won't find cheap metal in this shop or anywhere in this sect, have you?
actually, I wanted to ask if you know, Hector. There is a. I heard of a legendary forge made by dwarves.
Legendary forge.
I don't know.
There's quite a few legendary forges. You're gonna have to be a tad bit
Up in
more
the
specific.
mountains.
In the
I
mountains.
was.
Which ones?
I don't know which ones, right, DM?
You do. She said
Oh.
she said the spine of the world.
Spine of the world?
Yeah.
In a spine of the world or something.
Spine of the world. Well, considering how cold it is up there, it would either have to be in a mountain or... Wait. You want about the Moon Forge?
I guess, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I know it's powerful.
Yeah, Moon Forge. Stuff a legend. Don't personally know whether it exists or not. Suppose only Dwarven Elders would know that. And sure as shit, no Dwarven Elders in this place. Dwarven Elders, if you're looking for a Dwarven Elder, then you're gonna have to be able to get into a Dwarven Keep, which... Good luck. Only dwarves that are born in Dwarven Keeps can usually get in.
Could you, DM, would I have a smaller map of at least the
You would
place?
you would have a pretty, considering who your parents are, you would have a dwarven you would have a map that goes about out as far as Minotaurn and as high as the endless icy and
Icy.
yeah, and down to the green fields.
So
pretty
I would-
much the map that we have now, barring a few places like the Far
So-
Forest.
I would know where the place is, right?
Yeah, you'd know where the spine of the world is.
Well, I have
You
a
know
map.
that it's a mountain range.
Mhm.
It's not a
So
necessary mountain.
Pretty far up. Yeah.
It's very, very far off. You imagine that even on a carriage, it would maybe take you half a year to get there.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
I would imagine being something like late level stuff or something.
Much, very, very much more late level. He sort of, after a brief sort of intermission of talking, he sort of says, well, if you're thinking about the Moon Forge, I personally don't know whether it exists, but it's supposed to be a forge in the, in the spine of the world somewhere anyway. They say that it uses the power of the moon to heat up magma underneath and inside the forge. They say it can completely forge magical items.
That is so
Magical
cool.
anything, really.
So
They do
cool.
say that a dwarven warlord had his famous great axe forged there. They say he could fell an ice giant in one swing.
Woo.
Though, has fallen to legend, so don't know whether it does exist. If it does, then it's a well bloody kept secret.
I'm going to find out.
Well then, I wish you luck.
Thank you, Hector. You were very nice.
Yeah, well,
I will tip him a gold just for the time.
as he says. Well, I appreciate it. Seems you do know how to speak Dwarvish after all. As he sort of starts chuckling at his own joke.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I will.
Exit out. Or are you going to sort of browse some dwarven tools?
Actually, I will leave and try to find a place that can actually. I'll actually try. For now, I will find a place that I can sell the gems to in my
The
spring.
gems. Okay, you could find a jeweler in the dwarven sect, but you could only.
Nah.
No. Okay, you could go to the jeweler in the other
Main.
place then. Okay, as you are heading through there, as you get sort of towards get towards that area, you know, you see the jewelers and you're starting to head over, but what you do hear is, what was it? What did I say?
It jumped.
No, hey, quick! Somebody's jumped! And that is where I'm going to have to leave that.
Oh, I want to sell some things, but okay.
No, yeah, it's fine. You can tell them.
Oh, that was a
time.
nice encounter. That was
Yeah.
a nice encounter.
Oh
My-
no, a person has jumped, but I wanted to sell things.
Yeah.
But I need some popcorn.
Um,
Yeah, now out of character. Yeah, you know. I was really bad.
I'm going to end the recording. So
Yeah.
yes,
Oh,
if anyone's actually listening to this point, then I commend you, and yeah, thank you for listening to our podcast. It's not a podcast. Is it a podcast at this point?
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, I think we have to get better mics for it to be a podcast.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
All right. Yeah.
Wow, that was. I really like that encounter. Finally, some throwny backstory.